Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Saturday Night Speedway, brought to us by Findlay Volkswagen down at the Valley Auto Mall. If you're looking for car shopping needs, look no further than the one and only Findlay Volkswagen for all your car shopping needs. Now, we're about to get this thing started. Brand new year, however, we've got the same old pandemic. So if you are in the arena at this time, we've implemented new policies and procedures to make sure your safety is a priority. So I need everyone to direct their attention to the monitor now.
Hello, and welcome into the HyperX Esports Arena. Thank you so much for joining us here today. We understand that you're excited to get ready for your game, but first, there are a few rules we have to go over regarding COVID-19. First, we ask that you please wear a mask at all times. It's okay to pull it down to eat or drink, but other than that, we ask that you make sure you wear your mask properly throughout your stay at the venue. If there is not enough space at the bar, please wait behind the orange line and someone will come out to assist you with your food or drink order. We ask that you please maintain 6 feet of space between you and those around you for social distancing, and especially do not congregate on stage after rounds conclude. If you arrived here in a group, you can, of course, stay with that group. If you came together, you can play together. We understand that these rules can be tedious, but we thank you for your patience and understanding. We're all trying to do our part in the effort to return to normal as soon as possible. In the meantime, we hope you enjoy your time here at the HyperX Esports Arena, and thank you for your support.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Saturday Night Speedway. My name is Newer Jam, joined by the one and only voice of the track, Mr. Warliken himself. Man, we took a week off. We are back. How you doing, buddy?
I feel fresh, refreshed, and ready to go. I haven't been in this chair for about a month. So me personally, I've been ready to go to get back into casting and get more SNS under our belts.
Absolutely, man. We got an exciting one today. We're going to have 4 qualifiers. We already did the roll call to get these guys up on stage. Let's talk about qualifier number 1, man.
So let's put that on the list. So we have 2 Inches Mo, Bad Dad, Riley, Glitch, T-Gray, Jinx, Mustard Kid, Cruzini, Riley, and Digo for this first qualifier.
It's going to be a nice one now. 2 Inches Mo, obviously representing the House of Mo. I'm not sure if we've had Bat Dad before, have we?
Bat Dad is a very familiar name. Like, we may have seen it. I think, actually, that is Immortal Man's father, if I recall correctly.
It could be. You're absolutely right. Obviously, we got Riley. He's been up and coming. We got Glitch. No need to explain who that is. If you don't know who he is, you will find out shortly. T-Gray, obviously. Jinx, obviously a crowd favorite as well. Mustard Kid.
Mustard Kid is definitely a newer name that does not look too familiar to me, so could be a wild card for all we know.
You're absolutely right. Always Cruzini. There we go.
Cruising family is always here.
The Big Bot, Lily, and Digo to round it out. We're about to get this thing started. We also have a very special guest in the house tonight. We were going to talk about more of that as that comes. We are going to take a quick 30-second break, though, so we'll be right back. Do not go anywhere. we are back, ladies and gentlemen. And also, we do have the Volkswagen Power Up Punch Box Punch Wall. I think that's what we ended up calling it. And last week we did, or 2 weeks ago, we did implement the cards. So let's pull a card real quick.
All right. I shoveled these. You saw me shovel these for like
right.
5 minutes, so
and
I have no idea
what. You can also explain what this is for.
So the way this works is that, like we did last, I think I saw you guys do it 2 weeks ago. So I could be wrong on this. So correct me if I'm wrong. So we're gonna draw a card, and whatever number that pops up, whoever gets that rank for that race, they get to get a power-up punch to join us after this qualifier.
Exactly, to add a little bit more randomization to it, so it's not always first place. And whoever gets dead last in the entire qualifier will also get a ticket to punch as well. And we'll keep track of all the names and everything right here. So the first one is going to be, where are we going? What place?
2!
All
so
right.
Second place, they are
like
the ones
that.
that get the first punch.
I like that. So,
and I'm going to shuffle these up while you're talking.
We're going to shuffle these things. We got to get this thing going, so let's get this thing started, ladies and gentlemen. So, if you're a gamer, I need you to put your mask on, put your headsets on, put your game on. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Saturday Night Speedway.
Are you ready to get this started?
It is time for SNS. We're about to get this thing going tonight. We will have 4 qualifiers. Do you want to explain the basically how we're going to go? Well, actually, you know what? Let's go into gameplay. Let's just get this
we'll
thing
play
started.
It as we're getting the gameplay.
Right.
So the first race of tonight in the first qualifier, we're going to want to call the pink track because it is Royal Raceway.
Let's go on to Royal Raceway. Now, we got some big names in this. Like I said, 2 Inches Mo, Riley, Glitch, Tigray, Jinx. It'll be interesting to see who comes out on top. Also, the new names that we don't know. Big Bot Lily, Digo, Bat Dad. So we'll see, and Mustard Kid as well. So let's get into it. Royal Raceway, lap 1, race 1, qualifier number 1.
And the thing about Royal Raceway is that this is a sandbaggers track. And if you look at the mini map that's on Bat Dad's screen right now, you see this King Boo is lingering in the back. If I'm going to bet money, that is going to be Glitch right now sandbagging this track. Now, you were asking earlier about how we do qualifiers. So the way this works is that everyone does their four races in their respective qualifier like everyone does. The best 22 scores out of all 4 qualifiers automatically go to stage 3, which is the semifinals. Anyone who got ranked 23rd through 34th, they get to go to the second chance, which we'll explain after the fourth qualifier.
Now, on screen right now, I know that was Riley right there. I'm not sure if this is Mustard Kid. It looks like it, though. Mustard Kid back in 12th place, taking a little bit of a leisurely route, but could also be sandbagging. We don't know.
I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, we'll see if that can jump up later. Meanwhile, Jinx, who was the back of the pack, using the bullet bill, is now currently in mid-pack with 7th place with double green shell to work with revolving around here, so she has some solid defense to work with. But you look at the mini-map, she has a ways to go before she can get to the front.
Jinx currently back in 8th place. 2 Inches Mo. You see him in the Joker outfit representing the House of Mo. And there
it's
comes
shock dodging nonetheless with the boot at the perfect time. So allowing you to actually not fall and not lose his items and allow him to keep his momentum up Digo currently on screen in 4th place, has a fire flower to work with. He's going to aim for this ace. He does hit one of the fireballs with it too.
Digo letting those fireballs fly rogue left and right. Currently in 4th place. Takes a little bit of action from somebody. I'm not sure who that was.
I don't know either, but meanwhile at the front, you see the 9-toed assassin himself, Tigre, currently in the lead right now. But you see this Morton Koopa. He's actually right behind him as well, but that Morton has to get rid of Tigre's double defense. That Morton is 2 inches Mo, and we'll see when he gets double item box, and he gets double red to counter double green. Let's see how this works.
Let's out. Both the red shells are on their way to do what they do best, slow somebody down, and looks like Tigre is not going to get hit by either of them.
Because remember, he had double green to work for defense, so it literally canceled out 2 inches Mo's double red. But you see that this gap is so wide that Tigre, the 9-toed assassin, takes 1st place. It looks like 2nd will be 2 inches Mo.
You can see Tigre right there, a little nod of affirmation right there. He's ready, he's back, he's ready to race.
So since 2 inches Mo got 2nd, he gets the first power-up punch of the night.
There you go. All right, 2 inches Mo getting the first one. I don't think I've seen him up there yet, so.
And I'm laughing because 3rd place was a bot.
3rd place was a bot. You all lost to a robot.
Even Glitch.
Even Glitch?
Even Glitch. Even Jinx.
That makes it harder. That definitely makes it harder.
That's a bot for semifinals. That's what I want to see. Bot for semifinals.
There goes the hashtag. There goes the hashtag. All right, we're getting this thing. Now, also, if you are new and you do come and sit down on stage, remember you do have to select random in the qualifiers as well as the semifinals. So when you do sit down, make sure you select random.
And I'll let you take the honors of drawing a new card because it is a new race coming up. While that's happening, it looks like race number 2.
We are going with 7th place. 7th place, you are going up to the Power Up Punch Box Punch Wall, brought to us by Findlay Volkswagen.
And it looks like for the 2nd race as qualifier, we are going to Excite Bike Arena.
Excite Bike Arena. A lot of people like this track. Is it fairly easier to race here?
It's a very straightforward track because it's a super long oval. That's all you have to worry about. So people like to call this baby part senior, teenage part because of just being the oval, but it's just 3 laps of chaos and the very popular 7 laps of chaos that we have around here.
You're absolutely right. And of course, we will get to the 7 laps of chaos as the night goes. But right now, as you said, we are in Excite Bike Arena. I believe that's Riley on screen right now. I don't think that is Big Bot Lily. But
I want to say it's Riley too. I don't know why it says Big Bot Lily.
That's all right, though.
We'll deal with it later.
Riley is flying down currently in 2nd place. You jump over to 2 inches Mo. Got that banana peel in the back pocket. Only defense he has right now, so but he's got to be careful. Oh, a little backwards green shell there.
It looked like it hit Riley or Riley or Big Bot Lily, whoever's in pod 5. But meanwhile, in the mid pack, you see this Yoshi currently on screen. By 7th place has a red shell and triple mushroom to work with. Fires off the red, but you see that pod 12, which is Digo, was still in the middle of visibility frame, so wasn't exactly affected by the red.
Was not. He is still moving on though, and look who it is. The champ himself, the
18-time champion, if I recall.
I mean, SNS royalty right here. 18 times he's taken this thing down. He is the man to beat always and every single time. As you see, Big Bot. Nope, that's Riley.
That's Riley.
Riley on screen right now. 1st place, red shell to work with and a green in the back pocket.
The old Christmas special, but it does not get stopped by a boomerang. You see 2 inches Mo. He had to throw that boomerang backwards to stop that red. Start this last lap. But now you see that who's in the lead? King Glitch himself with the triple mushroom nonetheless.
Triple mushroom to work with, and King Glitch, you will see right here a clinic on how to use items, when to use items. His item management is absolutely close to perfection usually. As you see him right here in 1st place, still has 2 mushrooms to work with, that coin in that back pocket.
To be fair, item management is key to why you see the veteran racers do so well. You see that he's going to use one of the items, but he does get hit by red, but he immediately bounces back while you're stuck in the grass, using his 3rd mushroom, and in the end, taking 1st place.
Taking 1st place with ease, barely gets across though. That red shell was on its way. It was wanted to make friends with him, but Glitch said, no, not today. That is the 2nd race of 4. So
and it looked like 2nd was 2 inches Mo. 3rd was Cruisin' E.
And 7th
was Digo.
7th was Digo. You're absolutely right. So Digo is going to be heading on up to the Punchbox Power Wall.
So yeah, great job. I mean, you saw the 2 inches Mo staying very consistent and staying in the top 3 as well. And then you saw that, Glitch managed to bounce back as well. And then with Cruisin' E getting a top 3, that's going to help her out as well. But we do have another qualifier coming up as well, so let's put that on screen.
we do have the on-deck racer. So if we call your name, we need you to head on upstairs to the HyperX Hype Tunnel. That's going to be Jadata, the HOA Messenger, Riding My Pidgey, Geronimo, Kiro, Karma, Cheese, Bruh, Magic Manny, and Morzilla. If we called your name, please head upstairs to the HyperX Hype Tunnel. You are on deck. You are qualifier number 2.
And it looks like for the third race this qualifier, we're going to Water Park, and the ranking this time is Queens. That's 12.
12th place. So if you're coming in dead last, take the scenic route. I'll see you on stage.
So Water Park is more of a front runner style kind of track. So you'll see the likes of Jinx doing a good job here. But to be fair, a lot of our veterans know about Water Park as well. And I think I saw Glitch literally driving backwards because Glitch does what he does best, and that is sandbag.
Sandbagging, hanging out in the back, getting better items, taking your sweet time, showing up late to the party, causing chaos.
Fashionably late, though.
It's very fashionably late because the fashion he brings are stars, bullets, golden mushrooms, all the good stuff.
All the glamorous stuff. Meanwhile, right now you see T Gray on screen. He did get hit by an item, maybe like a rogue green shell. Now he's back about 8th or 9th place. Meanwhile, at the front, Riley on screen is in first place. He did have to use his green shell to block some kind of defense, but now he's fighting with another Waluigi here as we start the second lap.
And you see Digo right there in currently 3rd place. Firing off a little red shell there, getting it all mixed up as Warlike and currently is mixing up our cards to make sure that we do randomly select cards after each single race. So you see Digo right there in 4th place. Fires off that boomerang, does a little bit of work with it.
A very well-timed throw. He also hit 2 inches Mo. I would not be surprised if Mo would not forget that and gets back at Digo for doing that. You see right now, Glitch on screen, firing off the bullet, gets rid of the ink nonetheless, but look what's more important. Look at what he has in that back pocket. It's that blue shell. He's going to fire it off. He's going to wait until the right time, and then whoever's in first, they're going to be in a very nasty surprise in a moment.
Only Glitch in a bullet bill in 2nd place with a blue shell. He does it best. He puts on a clinic week after week, and here it comes.
And Riley, he just couldn't see it coming. It was the last second. He has no way to react to it as well. Very smart move. That's why Glitch, like I said, item management is very important here for trying to maintain a spot or even stealing a spot like Glitch just did here. Riley right now, though, stuck in 3rd place. I think that's a bot currently in 2nd. You see that the Boo does get rid of Riley's red shell. Oh, you hear him get another one. He's got to get rid of that bot, but it does not happen. Shotgun's going to play, and Glitch taking 1st place.
Glitch taking, there he goes. You see him laughing. You see him laughing, crossing the finish line. Let's see who else came in.
It looked like 2nd was Digo. And who's third, I think, was the Daisy bot.
And who is dead last?
That would be...
It's Pod 9.
It's Pod 9.
Is that Cheese?
No, Cheese is the next qualifier.
Just kidding.
That's Mustard Kid.
Mustard Kid. All right. Mustard Kid, you're going to have to stay on stage after your qualifier is done. So that's Mustard Kid, 2 inches Mo, and Digo so far. We have room for 2 more people up there. You're going to get to punch the old power-up punch wall brought to us by Findlay Volkswagen. They have given us a couple awesome gifts. Just a little something, a little thank you to say, hey, we appreciate you guys coming out. We want to give you a little something to take home. And let's say the on-deck racers one more time. That is going to be Jadata, HOA Messenger, Riding My Pidgey, Geronimo, Kiro, Karma, Cheese, Bruh, Magic Manny, and Morzilla. If we called your name, please head on up to the HyperX Hype Tunnel. We are waiting on y'all.
It looks like the last race is qualifier. We're going to Toad Harbor. I'll let you do the honors. It's the last one for this qualifier.
All right, let's get this thing going, and we are looking for place number 4. All right, I like how that rhymed.
You see right now Glitch currently on screen, and he is front running this one because Toad Harbor is a front runner style track. So usually the more you can hold your first place, the better off your momentum is going to be. So we'll see what happens here. But he is fighting with 2 other Waluigis. If I were to guess, one of those Waluigis is Jinx. Meanwhile, Cruisin' E is in the mid-pack, but we'll see how far the mid-pack can go. Because like I said, front runner track in this, for this one.
And Cruisin' E right now holding on to 7th place, has a mushroom to work with. Just slowly, but it's like you said, it is the first lap. Everybody's nice and condensed. We're just kind of making friends here. Everybody's bumping around, making friends, seeing who's going where. As you see Riley right there, currently in first place, bounces off the old, what is that, a subway? Trolley, there we go. That's
Come on, have you ever been to San Francisco?
I have once.
I'm about to say, Toad Harbor is based on San Francisco. Fun fact.
Is it?
Yeah.
I like a little wharf action. Yeah, totally makes sense.
Yeah. And you see right now that Riley did get a bit of a bump, so it did slow him down. But meanwhile, you see Jinx currently on screen in 6th place, firing off the bullet, and now is currently in the mid-pack with triple mushroom to work with here.
Triple mushroom to work with. Jinx is someone who knows how to use that as T-Grade throws the bomb, trying to create a little bit of chaos, as almost got dragged by that green shell. Needs to be careful.
I'm kind of surprised that the green shell didn't hit. I mean, it could have just been maybe an arrow on R, but he did get hit by the revolving green shells that other Waluigi had.
It might have been our fault. Might have been a little caster magic there. Uh-oh.
And not to mention that we saw a shocker to play when Cruzini had double red, a very unfortunate timing. But now Cruzini has a single red and a sound horn to work with. And you see that 2 Inches Mo is right now currently in 1st place.
Not to mention she's still in 2nd place. 2 Inches Mo, though, as you said, in 1st place, going to the 3rd and final lap with a green shell for defense.
And you see that Mo, he's going to hold it for defense because I'm pretty sure he knows about 2nd place having a red shell. He's going to hopefully have another defense pop up. You see Batdag on screen currently 9th place, but he's got a lot of work to work with because he's got to get past that gap to get to the top 8. Meanwhile, T-Gray on screen in 7th, 8th place, has a mushroom. He's probably going to fire it off round 4 shortcut.
All right, you see Glitch right there currently in 5th place with triple mushroom and triple red. There's one man who knows how to use those items. It is Glitch.
If I were to guess, I think Glitch actually may have gotten hit early on and forced him to sandbag. And you see now the fruits of his work, putting him into sandbag nature. But he did lose all his items after the last item box, so this isn't going to be a straight run. As you see 2 Inches Mo right now currently in the lead, but as Waluigi is starting to chase up as well. We'll see what happens.
He's got to move, and 2 Inches Mo is able to take 1st place right there. We got to keep an eye on who comes in 4th.
It looks like 2nd was Digo, 3rd was Pod 7. That was Jinx, I believe.
4th was a bot.
4th was a bot, yes.
4th was a bot. Lovely. But who came in last overall? Who took the scenic route?
That was Pod 9, so let's see. That would be Mustard Kid.
Mustard Kid, all right. So the 3 people that are going to stay on stage is 2 Inches Mo, Digo, and Mustard Kid. You 3 are going to head on over to the Volkswagen power-up punch wall. I will meet you guys there shortly.
Absolutely. And honestly, I was very surprised because Riley and Diego really were the 2 people that ran the most. I mean, you saw Glitch also do a great job of staying in the top as well. But really, this Diego just showing up out of nowhere and getting a top 3 spot, I think 2 or 3 times. That should keep him in the running to go to semifinals.
Right. And Riley, obviously, Riley's been representing week after week, getting better and better. Let's take a recap. Let's look at those highlights of what just happened.
We have them. There we go. So you see, this is the first race, the 9-toed assassin himself, T-Gray, taking the first race at Royal Raceway. Meanwhile, at Excitebike Arena, it was Glitch who was sandbagging for most of it and ran himself all the way to 1st place for race number 2 and for race number 3 as well. You see that, speaking of which, race number 3, you saw T-Gray just getting bombarded really badly. And you saw Digo, while he was in about 2nd, 3rd, 4th place for the most of it, it was really this surprise blue shell that Glitch did on Riley. That was a very dirty move, but like I said before, very smart on using item management, allowing Glitch to take 2 first places in this qualifier. And then at Toad Harbor, you saw T-Gray just had a bit of a spill right there. And all the same with Cruise and Eat, you saw that she was also bumped as well. But in this one, it was 2 Inches Mo taking the final race. So like I said, you got 1st place for T-Gray, a 1st place 2 Inches Mo, and 2 first places for Glitch. Those are the big ones to look out for. But at the same time, we also saw Digo staying in the top 3, now getting 1st place, but still getting a top 3, which is very commendable considering the caliber of racers he's going to get so far. Like I said, with Mo, Glitch, T-Gray, Jinx. So it's very interesting to see that if Digo can go to the semifinals, how he will do, because he will be the wild card, if you ask me, for this for the semifinals if he shows up. We do have the scores, though, from that first qualifier. Let's put them on screen. First is a tie between Glitch and 2 Inches Mo with 44. 3rd is T-Gray with 41. 4th is Digo with 38. 5th was Riley with 30. 6th was Jinx with 29. 7th was Cruisin' with 28. 8th was the big bot Lily with 15. 9th was Bat Dad with 11. And the back of the pack was Mustard Kid with 5 points. So it's safe to say that 38 or higher is usually a shoo-in to go to semifinals. So I would not be surprised to see Digo, T-Gray, Glitch, and Mo go into semis. Meanwhile, 30 to high 20s is usually the number to cut off to get to the second chance. So Riley, Jinx, and Cruisin' are going to be on the bubble spot. So they're going to be looking at these next 3 qualifiers to see where they're going to be standing, whether it's going to semifinals or having to fight it out in the second chance. But we'll get to that after the final qualifier. Meanwhile, though, Nor, I believe, does have that power punch wall set up ready to go. So we're going to bring it over to him.
That's right. I do have the 3 winners of our Power Up Punch Box Punch Wall. I just totally made that name up. The first is obviously 2 inches Mo, representing all 2 inches of the House of Mo. You got to pick one of these boxes you're going to punch through. Don't punch too hard. Don't punch too soft. You're going with that one? That one? Little judo chop? What are you coming out with? Is it empty? It's empty, isn't it? Loser! Get out! I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. Are we sure? Is it it's not invisible. Is there? Oh no! Oh! It's an autographed picture of our special guest tonight. If you look up there, it's that gentleman right there, Mo Hurst, standing from the Raiders, and you got yourself an autographed picture as well as Raider stickers. All right. That was an awesome turn of events. I was like, oh, sorry. All right. Get out of here. Who's next? Mustard kid. I thought you'd be a kid. You're a mustard adult. A nice little punch. What are you coming out with? All right, a Volkswagen Raiders dog. And it's also signed by Mo right there. That's Mo up there. Big shout out to Mo in the building. We'll talk to Mo soon. And last but not least, I believe it's Digo. Is that right? Are we saying it right? Good. Digo, go ahead and pick one of these. Which one do you want to go to? Those guys went nice and easy up front. Are you going low? Are you going high? We're going there. Okay, a nice gentle opening. And also another autograph picture of Mo Hurst as well as some Raiders stickers as well. Well, congratulations. Get on out of here, Digo. I can't shake your hand. We'll all go to the hospital if we do. So that's some of the stuff we got in here. So, hey, guys, we're going to go to a short break. We'll go right back to SNS after a short message. We are back fresh from the Volkswagen Power Up Punch Wall. I didn't know all that awesome Raider stuff was in there.
Oh, yeah.
And also, I guess the secret is out. Mo Hurst is in the building. We will be able to sit down with him later. And he's going to be jumping on the track as well. So we'll see if he can represent on the... I mean, there's some serious competition here, though.
Like you said, we'll see Mo in, I believe, the 3rd qualifier.
Yes,
but we'll get to that. We get to that, though, because we still have this next qualifier coming up, and we got to get to that. So
you're right.
Let's get to that.
So we got Jadeda, always from the House of Mo. They're always competing. Does that say HOA Messenger?
Messenger spelled wrong, or Mess Anger.
I will say I don't like when the HOA does show up at my house, and I do get angry. So,
yeah, so that makes sense.
So that could be someone who's there to deliver bad news for everybody. We got Ride My Pidgey. I think we know who that guy is.
I think so. The Justice Movement is usually in effect around here.
And is that a name we haven't seen in a while?
I am so happy to see the best week in Vegas in Geronimo coming back tonight.
Geronimo making a return. We haven't said, oh, there he is.
Oh, my day just got 1,000% better. Thank you, Jerry.
We haven't seen him in forever, so we'll talk to him.
I got the warm and fuzzies.
We also got Kiro in the building, a man still looking for that first SNS champ, but also a fan favorite. And another fan favorite followed up with Karma.
I mean, last qualifier, we saw the other board sister and Jinx doing a pretty solid job. Can Karma follow up and join her sister in the semifinals? We'll have to see. But also, we do have Bra. Bra has also been doing a great job. He's been coming up and up more and more. He's being more consistent in the grand finals, too. So,
absolutely. We also do have Cheese making a return. Haven't seen Cheese in a while. Magic Manny. Do we know anything about Magic Manny?
I think this is Magic Manny's SNS debut. That name does not seem familiar to me, but a name that is familiar to me, another member of the Cruiser clan, Morzilla, is in this one.
Morzilla is in the building, also representing the silver and black tonight. Big Raiders loyal fans right there. I was talking to him earlier, so we'll see if Morzilla can capitalize. Magic Manny possibly related to Magic Mike. We're not sure. We'll find out. Let's get this thing moving, though. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll see some moves. We got to pick a card. So,
I'll pick the first card.
Qualifier number 2, what are we looking for?
Looks like we're going for a 2. Wow, this is going to be popping up a lot more often.
I like it. Second place. So if you do end up at second. Also, we used to do, if you got first place, you got a ticket to the punch wall. We're not doing that anymore because unfortunately the same people are winning over and over and over again, which, we're proud of you. But we want to share the love a little bit. We also want to make it random.
That's a variety.
We want to make it random. So if you do come in second place in this race, you are going up to the Power Up Punch Box Punch Wall presented to you by
I don't think you said
Volkswagen.
punch enough.
Nope, I sure didn't. I sure didn't.
But honestly, this is a very interesting qualifier considering we have Pidgey, Geronimo, Kiro, Karma, Cheese, Bra, Morzilla, Jadata. Honestly, this is a very well-balanced qualifier, and that's not even including the wild cards we have at HOA Messanger, or Messanger, Messenger. I'm calling him Messanger, and Magic Manny.
HOA. 3 letters none of us want to get a letter from.
No. No.
We're about to get this thing going, man. Okay, well, we're making sure all the pods are ready to go. Always, every now and then we do have a little bit of difficulties. That's just esports, ladies and gentlemen.
That's very true. I mean, I don't think I've ever had an SNS where everything went by so smoothly. So
that's why they pay us to filibuster. So
something like
here
that.
we are. I'm glad you shuffled those cards for 20 minutes now, so they will definitely be shuffled.
Then watch them all still be in order when I just flip them over.
What did you do anything last week when we were gone?
Honestly, I spent most of that time just hanging out with some old friends of mine and people I haven't seen since I actually started casting. So it was good being able to get back in touch on bases with them and just getting back with them.
It's always good having a Saturday off. I went to Park City with my sister, who I'd never skied before. And my sister took me on the bunny slope once, and she goes, "You can stand up. That's great." Then she took us to the top of the mountain and left me there. And it took me about 3 hours to get down because that's the type of sister I have. She's an avid skier for 15 years. And I took out multiple children on the way down, and I have no idea who those kids were or if they're okay, but I hope they're doing great. But yeah, it was a sight to see. I didn't know how to stop. I didn't know how to turn. I was like a bullet bill. You should have seen me just flying down that hill, just taking out children left and right. It was a good time.
Exploding like a blue shell, I'm sure.
Exactly. We're getting some thumbs up left and right. Looks like everybody's square. Everybody's ready to go. We're about to get this thing started. Remember, if you are new here, do select random. So that's basically HOA Messenger and Magic Manny. Make sure you guys select random when it comes to course selection.
Then watch someone like Kira or Pidgey not pick random.
Right. There's only one time you get to select your course, and that is when you get to the elusive grand final.
But we'll get to grand finals when we get to grand finals because we still have these 3 qualifiers, a second chance, and 2 semis to go with. So we got a whole night to go with before we even think about the grand finals.
You're absolutely right. So let's get this thing up. Let's get this thing going. The randomizer is off, and we are headed to...
Suspense.
Delaying.
Wario's Gold Mine.
Warriors Gold Mine. We haven't been there tonight yet.
No, we have not. Well, to be fair, this is only the 5th race tonight. So, yeah, we haven't. Of course, we haven't been there tonight.
No repeats yet, thank goodness.
Yet.
But now that I said it, it's going to happen.
I would knock on wood, but there's nothing but glass and metal around us.
Nope. Little plexiglass. There we go. All
right.
There we go. Let's get this thing started. Also, we had that brand new plaque over here presented us by Findlay Volkswagen. We'll show that off later. Let's get this thing going.
You see Geronimo currently on screen, and you see he's also doing a different loadout because I think Geronimo usually uses something else, if I recall, usually Iggy or something else, but not a Roy. So this is going to be interesting to see him using a completely different loadout than what we usually see him with.
Geronimo's always been a fan favorite, but we have not seen him in a while, so it'll be nice to see if he's been working on his game or has he been kind of taking the time off, and if there's rust that he's going to polish off as we jump over to Kiro. Let's jump on over to Magic Manny.
I was going to say, to be fair, I actually do watch Geronimo on stream, and he does practice, and he practices daily.
What?
So I would not be surprised if we see Geronimo staying in the top half of the pack.
Well, I just wanted to see what Magic Manny was driving.
I think that was one of the F-Zero cars.
I think he was wrong. Looked like he was in a Corvette as Jadata rocking quad red. Uh-oh.
But he loses 3-1 boomerang. That's how fast you can lose an item, especially with the boomerang.
I didn't know the boomerang gets rid of all 3.
Oh, yeah, because the thing is that it can override any other item, including red shells and revolving items. It'll destroy them, too. You see right now, Geronimo currently on screen in 3rd place, fighting what I want to say is Karma for 2nd, but gets hit by a bat. So that does slow him down, and still Kiro, I believe, is still in the lead.
Geronimo still working his way up there. Now Geronimo has a boomerang to work out with. Let's see if he can return the favor to whoever that was, as Ride My Pidgey currently in 4th place. And there comes the shock.
And that was honestly, he got very lucky. The shot didn't force him to fall off the track, but he's still in about 5th place, and he's still slowing down, so he's got a lot of work to recover with, especially considering this kind of track, which is a front runner style kind of track.
And we got more Zilla on screen right now in 7th place. Got that mushroom to work.
But he gets shot by a piranha plant and forced himself back to the back of the pack starting this final lap.
Ends up falling off as well, and currently itemless. He's got a lot of work to do, as he's got someone with a star on his tail trying to make friends with him. Geronimo, though, in 4th, sends off a red shell, takes out, looks like that might have been...
I think he got Pidgey with one and then Brawl with another. But you see that, look at this gap between, I think that's Kiro and Geronimo right now. There is a really big gap, and that's just going to benefit Kiro in the end, because they're doing what I like to call silver medal fighting, where they're literally just fighting for 2nd place, but it allows first to literally run away with the whole thing. As you see, the best dabber in Vegas. Wait, no, he might actually lose his spot.
No, go.
No, he does. Kiro taking 1st place.
Kiro taking 1st place. He had that padded lead.
There's
there
the dab.
it is. There's a little dab. I see some hands being raised in the back. I see Bruh. Looks like Bruh got 3rd. I see Karma's hands on her head.
And it looks like Geronimo got 2nd, so he's going to be the first one to get a punch.
All right. We'll get to see Geronimo on stage.
But yeah, like I said, you saw that Geronimo, he was actually just right at Kiro's heels when he was past the finish line. So maybe, and you saw he had triple red shell to work with. Maybe he had to throw one to make sure people weren't around him when he was firing off against Kiro. So maybe he just didn't have enough ammo to fire on Kiro in order to pass him up at the last second.
Before we head over to that 2nd race, I believe we have to pick a card. Is it my turn?
It's your turn, yeah.
I'll grab a card. They're all nice. They're all shuffled, and we are looking for place number 5. So, number 5, whoever's coming in 5th place, you will be up on the Volkswagen Power Punch Wall. I mean, how do we fix silver medal fighting? I mean,
it's hard to, because thing is that, like, for free-for-alls, there is no communicating with anyone else you're racing with. So you just got to go by seeing who's at the mini-map, how far you are versus 1st place, and focus more on first than the person in front of you.
And you also have to hope that the guy next to you is on the same page as you, saying, hey, buddy, let's get up there, then we can duke it out. But unfortunately, like you said, there is no communication. A red shell mixes it all up. Everybody goes at each other. You want to return the favor. You want to get revenge. And meanwhile, 1st place is off and running.
And exactly. And especially once you get hit, emotions start flying high because you're like, okay, who just hit me? Oh, Pod 7 just hit me. Let me go after Pod 7 real quick. I don't care about anyone else. Meanwhile, whoever's in like 1st place would be like Pod 8 or Pod 9 or Pod 12. They were going to be running away in 1st place as everyone else is just like, oh no, I'm going to hit you. I'm going to hit you back. I'm going to hit you. I'm going to hit you back.
You're absolutely right. And we do have a special commemorative edition of the Volkswagen 1st place plaque, as well as a little shout out to special guest, professional football player Mo Hurst. Like I said, we will be talking about him. Signed by the one and only Mr. Volkswagen. We still don't know who actually signs those, but we
need to find that out, honestly.
We're just going to say Mr. Volkswagen. We're dealing making sure all the technicalities are good to go, making sure everybody's connection is up and running. The House of Mo representatives are here. The Morzilla family is here. We got a couple pairs of brothers. We got a couple pairs of sisters, so it's going to be a good time.
It looks like for the 2nd race in this 2nd qualifier, we're going to what you like to call the biggest club in all of Mario Kart, Electrodrome.
This is the most Vegas it gets in Mario Kart in Electrodrome. Fun fact, this used to be one of Vegas's top nightclubs, actually one of the world's top nightclubs we are in right now. It used to be called LAX. Now it is called the Saturday Night Speedway.
And the esports arena, most importantly. But you see right now, Karma on screen in about mid-pack. Has a red shell to work with, though, so we'll see. She's probably going to hold up her defense. She does drag that Waluigi, though, as she's currently in 4th place. Meanwhile, at the front, it's a fight I want to say, between Kiro and Geronimo for the top 2 spots.
Geronimo right now currently in 2nd place, but is itemless. Nope, there we go. We got a red shell and a banana peel to work with. Who is in front of him? Who's he chasing down? Hey, it's Cheese.
Cheese right now in about 10th place. He's probably sandbagging this one, but honestly, this isn't really a track I would sandbag. This is more a 50-50 track because you do have bitch shortcuts to work with here and there, but it's more of an emphasis on front running, so we'll see how far he goes. You see Morzilla on screen, currently about 6th or 7th place. He's very solid right now. Remember, he was also first place the first race. And you see right now it's a one-on-one fight between him and Pidgey, with Karma nipping at the heels between the two of them as well.
We do have some big names in this qualifier, but Kiro is outproving them all right now. And he slowed down.
Because the blue shell, he was doing the after you, and it goes after Pidgey. But the mushroom dodge, making sure that Pidgey does not get hit by the blue shell.
You see Pidgey dancing in the dash cam right there, saying, look, I know exactly how to do it, when to do it, and it absolutely worked. And he gets a sound horn to work with.
But you see that Geronimo is right behind Pidgey with a red. He's probably going to wait until right at the item box to fire that red off. You see he's going to fire it. Pidgey's got to force himself to use his sound horn, which means that Pidgey's going to have less defense to work with potentially.
We'll see how that ends up, as Karma says, I want to get into the mix as well, with Double Mushroom in 3rd place, jumping into 2nd into this final lap.
You see she fires off one mushroom, we get a new item. You see that Pidgey has double defense though. She had to burn one of her defense, but throws the bomb back. I believe it hit Geronimo and Karma, and so did the shock, just to add a little more injury to boot. That allows Pidgey to take 1st place for this one.
Riding my Pidgey, doing the Pidgey shuffle right there. Got the whole Pidgey family in check right there. We're trying to do the Pidgey shuffle over here, and are we getting it? We're getting it. There we go. It's something like that. Oh,
I want to see if Sandal can do it.
Throwing the vest into it.
Well, no, I was trying to get like Sandal. Like I'm trying to get Chase to do it. Like,
do we have any more buttons? Do we have less buttons?
I got a new one.
What's that?
This Samurai Blastoise.
All right. Anything else?
No, everything else is fair to say.
Anything?
But it looks like for this race, 5th place was Jadata. So Jadata gets to get a punch next.
I forgot we have to look at that.
I got you. Don't worry.
I
and
appreciate
speaking of
that.
qualifiers, we do have the 3rd one coming up. Let's put that on screen.
All right. We got Bigger Brother, Jabeezy, Bat Gav, Vonnie 951, Funny Name, Mo Hurst, Sports Joey, Pickle Weasel, Big B, and Brawny 007. If we called your name, you need to head over to the HyperX Hype Tunnel. You are on deck. That is the card we're looking for next. It is card number 3. So if you do come in 3rd place, you're going to head over to the Volkswagen Punch Box Power Up Punch Wall. I think I got that name right. Did I get that name right,
Something
Marcy?
like that. I'm not sure.
Shout out to Marcy here representing Findlay Volkswagen as well.
But you see that for race number 3, we're going to Toad's Turnpike. Now, this one is a front-runner style kind of track, so be very careful if you're stuck in the back, because it takes a lot of work just to get back to the front with it.
You're absolutely right. The traffic looks like it's on 2:15. I'd say right about 4:35 o'clock. You got to be careful, as Riding My Pidgey right there, currently in 1st place. Has that banana peel to work with, though, but he does have no offensive weapons. He still, though, is in 1st place, possibly going to get a coin in the back pocket, not sure. As you see, Morzilla
playing with traffic, unfortunately. You saw he did get back in about 8th place because of it.
Literally playing in traffic. Tried to use a mushroom to go through a bus. It did not work.
I'm surprised on that one. But you see the Karma's about mid-pass. Bra, we haven't seen much of Bra in this qualifier. Currently in 3rd place. But I believe he's chasing, if that's an Iggy in front of him, I want to say it's Geronimo. Currently in 2nd place, but also with Pidgey being that Donkey Kong in the mini-map.
Bruh right now currently in 3rd place, has that red shell to work with, immediately has to use it for defense, and looks like Bruh has got I think he had the Firefly over there
He did have the Firefly, so use it to negate the 2nd red shell, and then just throw him backwards to make sure he hit everyone else. No, Geronimo's actually in 4th place.
Geronimo is slowly creeping up, said, hey, I've been gone. Did you guys miss me? Oh, no, gets clipped by the blue shell. It's on its way to 1st place, though.
And that is Pidgey. You see that Pidgey, he intentionally hits himself with the car to blue shell dodge. And incredible, but the shock also negating the red shell nonetheless.
Pidgey is on a roll right now. An incredible dodge and a incredible timed shock right there.
I was going to say lucky is probably the best way to put it.
He had some skill, but then the luck kicked in, helped him out, got him the rest of the way, as Cheese right now in 2nd place saying, hey, wait for me.
And Cheese does hit Pidgey with the red, but gets hit by a ricochet green, and he goes from 2nd to 9th, now 4th in a matter of moments as Pidgey gets hit by a car, and now I want to say it's Morzilla currently in the lead.
Showing how tight it is. Everybody is going at one another right now.
And Morzilla takes it!
Morzilla taking 1st place, baby!
It looks like 2nd was Pidgey, and 3rd, I want to say, was Cheese.
Morzilla right there representing the silver and black.
And since Cheese was 3rd place, his name goes to the punch wall as well.
Cheese is going up to the punch wall. All right, let's go. We have to grab another card as well. By the way, let me call your names again. If I call your name, please head upstairs. We're waiting for you in the HyperX Hype Tunnel. That is Bigger Brother, Jabeezy, Batgav, Vonnie, Funny Name, Mo Hurst, Sports Joey, Pickle Weasel, Big B, and Bronny. Please head on over to the HyperX Hype Tunnel. You guys are next. You guys are on deck.
And who do we have for the last? I saw you draw a card.
I did.
It's a Jack, so that's 11, I believe.
That is going to be 11th place. So if you do come in 11th, you're going to head on up to the Volkswagen Punch Wall.
And the roulette is starting for the last race in this second qualifier, and we are going to Yoshi's Circuit. This is Sandbagger's Paradise. One of the best sandbagger tracks you can work with.
Question is who is going to be sandbagging this and how many?
If I were to guess, Cheese is probably going to be a wild card to sandbag. I can see Bruh doing a sandbag, but Pidgey, Geronimo, and Kira are usually front runners. So are Karma. So we'll see, though.
Let's take a look. And there's the HOA Messenger.
Mess Anger. I'm calling it Mess Anger until we get it, until we're told it's something else. You see Mess Anger in about 7 or 6 plays. Now look at the mini-map, though. You see this Bowser, you see this Roy. Those two are sandbagging, and that Link is Bruh. So we have, I think, 3 people sandbagging at the start of this race.
Of course, the sandbaggers are out. They're about to put on a little clinic, show it what it's like to be fashionably late. As you see, Bruh right there, currently in 10th place, firing off mushrooms, green shells, and then gets hit by his own green shell.
Not only that, he did not get the item box, so it actually ruins his chain that he had going on with the item boxes. Meanwhile, Karma, taking advantage of Bruh's mistake, passes him up, and is now currently left place, but with a golden mushroom. Meanwhile, Jadata going through the tail turn, currently in 6th place with triple mushroom to work with. You see he's going to cut through this shortcut, cut through the grass because of it.
Jadata trying to represent the House of Mo, trying to get it renamed the House of Jadata. As you see those green shells, they are flirting with danger as Kiro is back in the mix into 1st place.
Not only that, he's also fighting with 2 other people. One of them being Dog Kong, which I'm assuming is going to be riding my Pidgey. The other one, I believe, is Cheese. So that's our top 3 with this gout going on. But you see this Bullet Bill actually joining it as well, and that does hit Pidgey.
The Bullet Bill catches Pidgey on the way up, and I believe that might have been Karma, actually.
No, it was Geronimo, but you saw the Geronimo firing on the mushroom and then using his red shell as defense is right now nipping at the heels of Kiro starting this last lap.
As we go into the 3rd and final lap, Geronimo right now has that boomerang, fires it off. Does he catch anybody? He does not.
Because the boomerang, for the first 2 throws, the boomerang does return back, but the final throw is where it really starts jetting off. You see a shotgun to play, but luckily for Karma, it happened before the item box, allowing her to get an item, and then not only that, fire the Bullet Bill right at the waterfall, and I'm not going to be surprised to see her catching up to the top 3 because of it.
Absolutely. Like you said, the sandbaggers are out, and they're doing it in force, as you see riding my Pidgey right now, and here comes that Bullet Bill.
And not only that, you see that Pidgey has a red shell to work with. He's stuck in mid-pack, though. Meanwhile, Geronimo, currently in 3rd place, has triple mushroom, but incoming blue, I think Kiro's going to pass to the finish line before it happens, and he does. So Kiro takes 1st. 2nd, I believe, is Bruh. 3rd is going to be Geronimo.
Kiro crossing in 1st place, and who came in 11th?
I think they're still racing right now.
It's actually possibly going to be Pod 11.
I think right now it's Magic Manny currently in 11th place. You see he's trying to pass up this 10th place race, though.
Magic
and it is going to be Magic Manny taking 11th, so he will also get a punch in the punch box.
And then last overall, wait for it,
is a bot.
Okay, well, Magic Manny dodged that one, but Magic Manny. So it's going to be Geronimo, Jadata, Cheese, and Magic Manny who are going to be meeting me up on the stage for the Volkswagen Punch Wall. We do have the highlights. Let's play those now.
All right, let's put them on screen. Let's have a look at them right here. Honestly, this is a very well-balanced qualifier we saw here. You see Jadata getting hit by items, also throwing items back immediately. Morzilla just has some really rotten luck at Warriors Gold Mine. As you see, he went from about the mid-pack to the 8th or 9th. Geronimo also returning Geronimo nonetheless, just wrathing on both Pidgey and Bruh with red shells. And not only that, you see Kiro. He was still able to hold his own after being bombarded by multiple red shells thanks to Geronimo taking 1st place in the 1st race. And then Electrodrome, you saw Karma. She was revolving around the mid-pack for the most part for what we saw. And Pidgey with the blue shell dodge using the mushroom. Not only blue shell dodging at Electrodrome, but also blue shell dodging at Toad's Turnpike. But because of the one he did at Electrodrome, he does take 1st place. Morzilla playing in traffic a little too much. Pidgey intentionally playing in traffic just so he can dodge a blue shell, though. She's also managed to get a hit, but also got hit by himself by a red, allowing Morzilla to take a 1st place in race number 3. And then the last race, which was at Yoshi's circuit, it was Kiro making sure that the Sandbaggers did not pass them up. Big brain plays, taking 2 first places in this qualifier with, I believe I said, I don't even remember what I said anymore, with Pidgey and Morzilla taking 2 first places as well. That was actually honestly a pretty interesting qualifier to look at. We do have the scores for the second qualifier. Let's put them on screen right now. First was Kiro with 44 points. Also going at the time from first to last qualifier. Second was Pidgey with 40. Third was Geronimo 38. Fourth was Cheese with 35. Fifth was Bruh with 32. Sixth was Morzilla with 31. Seventh was Jadata with 30. Eighth was Karma with 25. Ninth was HOA Messinger with 15. And the back of the pack was Magic Manny with 12 points. So just by looking at these scores alone, I would have to say that Cheese upwards are going to be the safe bets to go into the semifinals. Meanwhile, anyone else, I think it was from 8th or like from 6th through 8th. We're probably going to see them in a second chance, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But right now, we do have Noor at the punch wall, so I'll take it over to Noor.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm at the Volkswagen Punch Box Power Up Punch Wall. All right, first up, we're going to go with Geronimo. Geronimo rocking the Taco Bell hat. We haven't seen you in a while, Geronimo. Welcome back. This is something called the Power Up Punch Wall, so go ahead and pick a box. Go ahead and don't punch it too hard. Don't punch it too soft. We'll see what you get. You might get something awesome. You might get something more awesome. Just, it's not all day. There we go. There we go. Is that the one? What are you coming out with? Whoa, football! A Raiders football! Dude, the prizes are getting so much more, and it's signed by Mo Hurst! Get out of here. Get off stage. Who's next? Jadata, get over here. Drop my page. There we go. Jadata, pick a box. Silver or black? You're going silver, dead center, the no look. I like that. Staring deep into my eyes. And you're coming out with an autographed Raiders hat. I'm so jealous right now. This is not even funny. All right. Who's next? Cheese. Welcome back, Cheese. We haven't seen you in a while. Rocking the VGK Knights hat. I like it. Good to see you. Go ahead and pick one, buddy. Silver, black, silver. Oh, go going dead center. Top. Going through. What's he coming out with? Oh, a Raiders towel. Raider Nation. Let's go. I feel like Mo had a lot of signing to do today. We appreciate that, Mo. All right, next up is Magic Manny, who also works at Findlay Volkswagen. But Magic Manny, you got 11th place, so I hope you don't drive like that in real life. Go ahead and take a pick, silver or black. You're going dead center. And look at you. I think you knew what it was. It was a picture of Mo Hurst autographed, as well as some Raiders gear. Head on out of here. Lucky for you, you didn't get the Volkswagen stuff. Smart man, smart man. All right, let's, are we going back to, we're gonna take a short little break, so we'll be right back with round 3 of Saturday Night Speedway. And we are back with more Saturday Night Speedway. We're going to round number 3. I'm doing shuttle runs over here, but that's all right, man. We're getting this thing going. I'm excited. I'm moving on. First off, let's grab that card. So qualifier number 3, first one that we're going with is going to be...
I think it's a jack. Yep, it's a jack. So 11th place gets a punch in the punch wall.
11th place. All right. Well, let's bring everybody on down. Is everybody already set? And
all
in there?
Except for one.
All except for one? Well, I mean, who do you think it could be? Somebody probably showing up fashionably late, someone who might wear silver and black on a regular basis. Ladies and gentlemen, I need y'all to make some noise for the one and only Mo Hurst! I need y'all to keep it going, ladies and gentlemen. If you rockin' silver and black, if you represent Las Vegas, I need y'all to make some noise right now. That is the one and only, the legendary, making sure he is sanitized, making sure he's staying 6 feet away. How do you think Mo is going to fare up against the competition?
Well, I mean, to be fair, this isn't football, so he's going to be out of his league, honestly, out of the water, and fish out of water, I should say, is probably the best way to describe it. And not to mention, he's going against former SNS champions and current SNS champions, and the likes of Vonnie Name and Vonnie and Funny Name. I don't know why I mixed the two names up.
That is very true. We're going to have someone go over there and make sure Mo is all set up and good to go. Also, I believe we have Pickle Weasel in the mix as well.
That's probably the most unique name that we have in this qualifier.
Now, he is actually friends with our chief of engineering, the one and only Carter, and he told Carter, he said, hey, I know what I'm doing. I am very good at this. He has no idea we're talking about him. He's literally on Pinterest as we speak, just pinning some tags right now. Look at him. He has no idea we're talking about him.
Well, no, he does.
Maybe he does.
Too late.
Yep.
A little too late now.
But he did say, I got this. He told Carter, hey, I know what I'm doing. So we'll see if Pickle Weasel can come out on top here. We'll see what happens there. Who else have we got in the mix?
Let's see. Honestly, a lot of wild cards. So he's got Bigger Brother, which I believe is Immortal Man's brother. Jabeezy, who's starting to become more and more up-and-coming. Bat Gav, which I'm guessing is related to Bat Dad we saw in the first qualifier. Let's see. Vonnie, who's, I believe, a 2 or 3-time SNS champion. Funny Name, who I believe now is a 6 back-to-back SNS champion. Nonetheless, he's going for the 3-peat here tonight. And let's see. Of course, we saw Mo Hurst being here tonight. We also have Sport Joey. Pickle Weasel, we mentioned. And then Big B is also showing up as well. And so is Brawny 007. Two names are starting to becoming more and more familiar with SNS.
Absolutely. So we'll see how everybody shapes up. We've seen basically everybody here race before without the likes of Pickle Weasel and obviously and possibly Bat Gav. So but like we said, obviously the front runner in this one is probably going to be Vonnie 951.
Him and Funny Name. Those are the two deadliest front runners that we have in this qualifier. If not part of SNS, if you have to deal with him in front running, either one of them, you're going to have a very hard time trying to pass both of them up because their lines are super tight and know exactly how to do all the items and all the different shortcuts in all 48 tracks.
And I want to say Funny Name did win 2 weeks ago. Right?
No.
Who did?
I think Sneaks won 2 weeks. No, 2 weeks ago was Funny Name.
Yep. Yeah.
You said Vonnie. No, it was Funny Name.
No, I said Funny Name.
I thought you said Vonnie.
No. Yeah, Funny Name took it down 2 weeks ago. Funny Name, though, always is someone you got to be careful with. I mean, he shows up, he represents, and he's very, very, very good. Will tonight be his night? We will see. Let's get this thing started. Where are we starting off with?
This is Bone Dry Dunes. This is a front runner style kind of track. You see Mo currently on screen, but he is currently about mid-pack. Now, this is usually a mid to front runner style kind of track, so Vonnie and Funny Name be very familiar in this track. Meanwhile, Mo and anyone else who doesn't know how to drift or know how to get tight lines, they're going to have a very hard time in this track. We'll see what happens. We are literally just getting started.
You see Bat Gav back there doing the work. Look at Vonnie dressing up like Knight Rider. Got the shades, got the leather jacket, ready to go. So we'll see if Vonnie can perform with that tonight. As you see, Funny Name, like we said earlier, someone who's just been dominating the competition. And what is he driving?
I honestly don't even know because no one usually uses that style, like that kind of style of cart blown out to begin with. You see the Big B is going to be on screen. He threw a blue shell. It targets Vonnie and it hits Vonnie. But because that, it allows Funny Name to start running ahead, start the second lap.
And Vonnie, unfortunately, was trying to back up there, possibly dodge and do the after you, but at least he was in front of the item boxes, so he was able to grab something on the way. You see Sports Joey right there, currently in 6th place, firing off some green shells.
Not gonna lie, that was actually a really good green shell snipe from Joey. I can't believe I complimented Joey.
Very good. It's going in the right direction. I like that. There's Mo Hurst rocking 12th place, taking the scenic route. Oh,
the scenic route, nothing wrong with that. You see, he does get it by a shot, but he's going to bounce back. We're only halfway done with this track.
Mo's just hanging out in the back, checking out the scenes, just taking his time. He has nowhere to be. He's got an open schedule today.
And you see Joey on screen. He fires on the blooper and the bullet bill. I'm surprised he got a bullet bill in 6th place, especially considering he's actually starting to catch up to the top part of the pack. You see also that starting the last lap, Big B currently in 6th, but I'm looking at the mini-map, and I believe that's Funny Name so far ahead of 1st place right now.
And you see Funny Name right now currently in 1st place in that whatever that monster truck he's driving. And it's also I know Funny Name does like to challenge himself at times, also in the race, do a different loadout, see if he can perform with it, and obviously it's proving worthy.
And we'll see right now, though, Jabeezy currently is 2nd. You saw the blue shell. The shock actually saved Funny Name from the destruction of the blue shell, but that red shell is going to tag him. as you see that he is slowing down a little bit. He still has to get to his last turn.
Well,
you see this Wario and this Metal Mario trying to catch up, but Funny Name does take first place.
Funny Name getting first place in a diesel truck. Oh, he's in 10th. No, he dropped back to 11th. You got to go left. There we go. Look, put the auto steering on. Mo, put the auto steering on. Here we go.
And I'm looking right now, and I want to say second was Metal Mario. Who's that Metal Mario? I think that was Jabeezy.
Well, whoever's in 11th is getting a punch box, and
it's a bot.
It's a bot?
It's a bot.
It's a bot. Whoa.
And it was like third was Pickle Weasel.
Pickle Weasel. All right. Defending what he talked. He talked the talk. He said, look, I know what I'm doing. Well done to Pickle Weasel. Also, shout out to Mo. Mo did not come in last right there. So, well done, Mo Hurst, representing as well. And whoever came in 11th place, which was a bot, is not going up there. So, you need to go ahead and pick another card. Or is it my turn?
It's your turn.
It's my turn? We're going to go with this one. We're going with card number
10.
So, if you come in 10th place, you're heading on up. There you go. Right there into the Volkswagen Power Up Punch Box Punch Ball.
I think he said punch enough. But it looks like the second race of the third qualifier, we are going to Piranha Plant Slide. This one's another front runner style kind of track. So I would not be surprised to see Funny Name and Vonnie doing a solid job for this one.
We will see how this ends up. Let's get this thing going, ladies and gentlemen. The second race in qualifier number 3. You got Jabeezy on the screen right there. And of course, Funny Name is still in that diesel truck of his.
I don't know what that loadout is, and honestly, I don't know enough Mario Kart to say what it is, to be perfectly honest. But you see Jabeezy using the Mr. Scooty loadout with the Uzzer rollers. This is a usually very common loadout. You see a lot of the veteran racers use because it is very good with handling and very good with making sure you get a quick and solid mini turbo to work with when you drift.
You got Brawny 007 rocking the Black Yoshi. Unfortunately, took that turn a little bit wide. Had to make friends in the sewer water down there. You got to be careful. That can't smell good. As Pickle Weasel is trying to make a move in 6th place right now, but as you can see, he's mid-pack. The pack is tight. Anything could happen.
Mid-pack's not bad in this kind of track. You see right now, it's Sports Joey on screen, currently in 4th place. He's holding the red. He's being a little more conservative with the red. That way he can have defense to work with. And you see that Waluigi trying to pass the shortcut, but gets hit by a dry green, forcing him all the way back to the back. Meanwhile, at the front, you see Vonnie right now currently in 1st place. Had to use his defense, though, as we're going to these next turns.
Vonnie currently in 1st place, rocking the only a banana peel to work with. Jabeezy, though, said, hey, wait up for me. I want to get in the mix. He's got quad mushroom to work with, and here comes a blue shell.
And honestly, that gap is going to be gone in the moment because that blue shell coming into play. And with Jabeezy having the quad mushroom, he's going to try to pass up Vonnie right about now. And you see that he's already starting to catch up to him, but Vonnie throws away both his eyes. He gets another bomb to work with, but I think he dropped the bomb a little too late as it goes into the gap instead of on the ramp.
Still in the 2nd lap as we go into the 3rd and final lap. He does get passed up, as we said. Jabeezy right now had that quad mushroom, jumps up, and who's back here?
No, I was about to say, that was very smart move that Vonnie did. He used the wall of the pipe to make sure he didn't get hit by that red shell that was on screen.
That's not an easy move.
No, it is not an easy move. He literally used the environment around him to make sure he didn't get hit by that red shell.
Big shout out to Vonnie right there, showing that Mario Kart IQ. As you see Jabeezy right now, currently in 2nd place with a green shell and a mushroom to work with. Vonnie in 1st place with the sound horn. I want to know where Mo's back in 12th.
Well, we'll see in a moment, but you see the red shells coming into play, and so is the blue. But he fires up the sound horn way too early and gets hit by the blue for it. That's probably going to cost him 1st place, as Funny Name is now 2 for 2.
Funny Name taking the car from Monopoly, putting some monster tires on it, and crossing the finish line. Who's going to come in 10th place is the question. Is it a bot again?
Right now it is the bot. But you see right now, you see Mo, and I want to say that's Morzilla. No, it's not Morzilla.
Come on, Mo. Come on, Mo. Get up there. You got this.
10th is
Golden Mushroom, baby. Oh, no. Come on, Mo.
10th is a bot.
We're all watching Mo. It just...
10th is a bot.
Is it? Lovely. 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 That's Mo, you got to stay on the road, man. Just right in the middle. He's going a little... But that's all right. You know, I get it. It's a new course. You want to experience the off-road, the in-road, the bushes, the wall, whatever's on the edge of the cliff. So, hey, you just get vibing it out. I appreciate that. Let's get the on-deck racers for qualifier number 4. That's going to be Ankles, Daddy-O, Batter Cookie, J-Dex, Knight, Sir 9, 805, Immortal Man, 13, and Free Dizzle. If we called your name, you know exactly what to do because you've all been here. Ankles, get up to the HyperX Hype Tunnel. Everybody else, you know where to be. We're waiting on y'all. You are in qualifier number 4.
And right now for this race, if you're getting 8th place, then you get the punch in the punch out wall. Hopefully it's not the bot.
Just so we know, the first race was 11th place. Who was it? It was a bot. The last race was 10th place. Who was it?
A bot.
So this race is 8th place.
Who's it going to be? Hopefully not a bot.
Hopefully not a bot. People, 8th place, you're getting up there. Come on. We can do this. We can do this. All right.
Imagine if, like, we're just calling the shots on where the bots are going to land in this qualifier,
Dude,
and no one gets anything.
If a bot gets 8th, then we might have to do something creative to get someone to have a chance at the old punch wall.
And it looks like for race number 3, the third qualifier, we're going to GBA Mario Circuit. This is also a sandbagger's trap because literally at the start of the race, you can back up into the pit stop and start just snagging item boxes before you even pass the start line.
I can peek over. I'm looking at Mo. Mo's in a pink Cadillac. I'm pretty sure he's in a pink Cadillac, which I appreciate that. If you're not going to win, you're at least going to lose in style. So I like that. We got the bigger brother on screen right now, though, currently in 5th place. There's Mo. Oh, he's got Monster Tuck, too.
I think he's taking a page out of Funny Name's book, using the same monster tires that Funny Name was using.
He got the speakers going in the back, and he's going right there.
He's off the
just
track.
Just right off. That's all right. He was trying to take a shortcut. I appreciate that. Creativity. Let's jump back over to Vonnie in 2nd place with double red to work with right now.
He fires off one. You see he's going to actually hold on the second one. No, he fires up on Funny Name and passes him up. As Funny Name only has a coin to work and gets dragged by Jabezi's green shell. Now back in about 3rd, 4th place start the second lap.
Funny Name driving Gravedigger right now. As you see, Bronny right now got the star waiting to use it at the right time. I think the right time is now, Bronny. Fire that bad boy off.
I mean, we'll see, but right now Pickle Weasel currently in 7th place. He fires the green, uses the boot, and steals away. Looks like a banana. Meanwhile, Sports Joey right now in 3rd place. Only has a revolving banana to work with. He throws it ahead and gets a new item. Meanwhile, Mo dodges the shock with his bullet bill.
Mo moving up to the single digits. Let's go. Possibly in 7th place right now is Vonnie right now in 1st place. We're going into the 3rd and final lap.
And I think I heard Sports Joey scream.
And, Mo's in 8th. Come on, Mo. Stay on the road.
Imagine if Mo gets 8th place and he gets the punch.
Oh, I'd love to. No, if Mo punches that wall, the whole wall's going down. So
more than likely, yes.
As you got Pickle Weasel right now, currently in 7th place, has the star to work with as well as Triple Mushroom. And Sports Joey is making a late run for it.
You see that Joey? He has no eyes where he's going to go for the double item box in the outer lane. Jabezi right now in 2nd. He throws the bomb back. He's going to hit a couple people. I think he actually did hit someone. But Funny Name is out 3 for 3 in this qualifier.
Funny Name with the Monopoly car, the dirt tires, and it works. And who's coming in 8th place?
That's pod number 9. I want to say that's Sports Joey got 8th place.
Sports Joey?
Sports Joey.
All right, we got a winner finally for the punch wall. So we will definitely see Sports Joey up there. Also, whoever's in dead last, we'll see up there. I think we have a front runner for dead last. You just saw him on camera. I'm not going to say anymore because he might hurt me. So let's moving on. We got to grab another card, don't we?
It's your turn. Yeah, you get the next card.
We're doing like 19 different things. And
that.
Look at this. Whoever is coming in 3rd place, which is hopefully not a bot.
I really hope it's a bot.
You are going to do this. So
I really hope it's a bot.
Hey, if we called your name on deck, please get on up to the hype tunnel. Ankles, Daddy-O, Batter Cookie, Jadex, Knight, Sir 9, 805, Immortal Man 13, and Free Dizzle. I believe all 10 of you have been here 100 times. You know where to be. Please get upstairs ASAP.
I'll say, safe to say, at least half of them have been here for almost all the S&S's we came to.
Half of those we've seen them grow up, so they've been here so long.
Especially 805.
And yeah, absolutely. 805 is here. So whoever's coming in 3rd is going to head up to that punch walk. So you know what? If Mo does end up getting dead last, he has the option to punch the wall, or he can give it to somebody else.
That's very true.
Because he might know what's in those boxes. I'm not sure. Let's get this thing going. We're going to race number 4, our final race of qualifier number 3.
And it is Cheap Beach. This one is a 50-50 track. You can sandbag and do a solid job. You can front run and do a solid job. It really depends on your racing style. And knowing Bonnie and Funny Name, they're both going to be front running this track.
And he's currently in first place, rocking that loadout. We might have to talk to him about it. He might just be challenging himself. Who knows?
I think he's just doing it to give himself a handicap towards everyone else, knowing him, because he is a back-to-back SNS champion. And not only that, going for a three-peat. Not only that, going for a perfect 60 in this race.
Well, I mean, we might see it. Who knows? But as he got Batcav right there, currently in 6th place, cruising through the crowd as Jabeezy right there in 5th place has a mushroom and triple red in the back pocket.
And you see he fires the mushroom through the mud. He throws the red. I think he may have hit that Waluigi up there. But you see this is more silver medal fighting than I mentioned before, because it's just allowing Funny Name to run more and more, especially now that this gap's starting to develop, starting the second lap.
Now, my question with, and look who it is, Mo, just switching everything, switching characters, switching the car, seeing if anything is working. Pickle Weasel is obviously not backing up what he was talking smack earlier. Now look at him, all the way in 10th place. Carter.
Honestly, though, that was a very well-timed shock for Pickle Weasel, because he fired it off when most of the pack was already past the item boxes, forces everyone to drop the items, and allows Pickle Weasel to be the first one to grab items.
And that's Pickle Weasel's star you see on screen coming up behind as you got, Mo's in
What
second! Mo's in second! Go! Go, Mo! It's slowly, oh no.
He's not last, though.
Come on, Mo, in 4th place. Oh, Mo's been here before. All the pressure is on Mo.
I'll say Mo seems very familiar with Chichu Beach.
Everyone is staring at Mo. His headphones are off. And Vonnie right now currently in 6th place, fires off the star and said, hey, I'm about to make my move. Here comes a bullet bill, though.
Not only that, blue shell going to play. I think Funny Name actually dodged the blue shell. As now you see, look at this gap. Look at this giant gap between Funny Name and everyone else. I think second is Bonnie. The shock forces Funny Name to lose his last items, but at this rate, it's gonna cause someone to have to try to get a miracle item past Funny Name, because right now, Funny Name, with this weird loadout nonetheless, is getting a perfect 60.
Do you think those big old tires help in the dirt, possibly?
I honestly don't know. I've never seen the stats on that kind of loadout before. It's a unique loadout. You see Mo's going to be getting 10th. Who got
third? We're looking for 3rd place. It was
Vonnie.
It was Vonnie? All right.
Vonnie got 3rd.
Vonnie getting 3rd. Who got overall last?
I'm still trying to find the loadout. I'm still trying to find it. It is going to be, hopefully not a bot. It is a bot. Wait, no, it's a tie for last.
Between
Mo
Hurst and a bot. It's a tie for absolute dead last place. So Mo Hurst, we will see him up there punching the box, or Mo can transfer it off to anybody of his choosing as well. So
who do we have? We have Vonnie, Sports Joey, and Mo.
Sports Joey, Vonnie, and Mo, or whoever Mo chooses.
True. But honestly, that was just a dominating qualifier. Just Funny Name.
You're absolutely right. Let's look at the replays. Let's watch the domination.
So like I said, Funny Name just ran away with it. And like I said before, he is the back-to-back champion, going for a three-peat, because, to be fair, I think there's only 2 other people in the history of SNS who ever got the three-peat before, and that was Sneaks. I think he did it during the month of July, and then Samuel, who did it maybe about a year ago. But we haven't seen Samuel in a while, so it'll be interesting to see if, at this rate, Funny Name is going to be at the running for his perfect, especially the perfect 60 under his belt. You saw that Bonnie was just getting hit by item after item. It also did cost him first place after run play slide. You saw that Funny Name taking the first place here. Meanwhile, Mo taking that jump a little too low, falling off there, and falling off of GBA Mario Circuit. That's been a rough time on there. And not only that, you saw that Bonnie also had a rough time. And you see that Funny Name taking first place. And again, I do not know anything about this loadout, ladies and gentlemen. That was a very weird loadout. I don't know very much about it. Hopefully we'll get some more answers about that loadout in a moment. As Mo, I think he was about the top half here, but you saw that in the end, it was Funny Name taking first place 4 times in a row. The perfect 60. I believe that's his second ever perfect 60. I'll have to double check my notes in between qualifiers or when we go into second chance. We do have the scores from this qualifier. Let's put them on screen. First is Funny Name with the perfect 60 points. Second was Jabeezy with 43. Third was Vonnie with 40. Fourth was Big B with 33. Fifth was Sports Joey with 32. Sixth was Pickle Weasel with 30. Seventh was the bigger brother with 26. Eighth was Batgab with 13. Ninth was Bronny 007 with 10. And the back of the pack is Mo Hurst with 9 points. But I think it's safe to say that Vonnie, Jabeezy, and Funny Name are going to be shoe-ins for the semifinals. Meanwhile, depending on what happens in the fourth qualifier, Big B, Joey, and Pickle Weasel, they can either go in the semifinals or on the bubble for the second chance. But for right now, we do have Nor with the punch wall, the power-up punch wall, punch, punch, punch. Nor, you deal with the punches.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm at the punch wall. I'm going to act like Pat Sajak. I have this beautiful Vanna White right here, the one and only Mo Hurst. He's going to assist me here. First up is going to be Sports Joey. Sports Joey, we'll take your ticket right now. Go ahead and pick one of these bad boys, the silver or the black. Which one are we going with? We're going left side, a nice gentle punch. I appreciate that. Production appreciate that. Oh, HyperX Hype Cloud headphones. Very cool. All right, Sports Joey, get out of here. Head on that way. Vonnie coming up here in style. Leather jacket, glasses. I like it. Where are we headed, Vonnie? Where are we headed? We're going. Ooh, up top. Oh, he's coming out with the Raiders football. I am so jealous. I like it. A nice little handshake by the big man himself. And Mo said he didn't want a picture of himself. So Mo is going to pass it over to Batgav. Batgav, you're going to be punching. So go ahead and pick whichever one you want, bud. You can go low. You can go high. Whichever one. You're going right in front of you. And look at that. It's a picture of this guy right here and a Raiders towel, and he signed it. This is the one right here. Number 73, Mo Hurst. Give him a little knuckles right here. Little knuckles. There we go. We got to stay safe. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a small commercial break brought to us by Findlay Volkswagen. We will be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Saturday Night Speedway, sponsored by Findlay Volkswagen at the Valley Auto Mall. My name is Warliken, and we are about to get started with the fourth and final qualifier. And to be perfectly honest, this is going to be a very interesting qualifier, considering who we have in this qualifier to begin with. It's going to be very evenly balanced, and I'm honestly going to be very surprised to see if there's going to be a runaway, because I really doubt this is going to be running considering who we have in this qualifier. I say we do a roll call really quick before we get started with that. We have Ankles, Daddy-O, Batter Cookie, Jadex, Knight, Sir 9, 805, Immortal Man, 13, and Free Dizzle.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
Oh,
it's going to be an absolute bloodbath. Also, somebody, I think, turned the air conditioning on because my paper is flying. So I'll use this lovely Volkswagen cup. We do have to pick a card. Let's see. Hopefully, no bot will be winning this. And looks like we're going with number 4 for qualifier. Number 4, if you come in 4th place.
Very fitting.
You'll be up there. Man, I want to punch it, man. I want a Raiders football to take home. But we'll see how this rolls out here. The only wild card is going to be Ankles. And
maybe Daddy-O,
honestly. Maybe Daddy-O.
Daddy-O we haven't seen very often as well, but he started to I think we started seeing him more often. Everyone else, though, is a veteran. Jadex, the striker. Knight, a Pirate Hackers rep, and one of the long-run representatives. Sir 9, a former SNS champion. 805, the father of the prodigy himself, Sneaks. Immortal Man, also a great up-and-comer. 13, I'm guessing part of the House of Mo or House of Jade or House of Dudes Mo now. I don't know, but apparently 13 is the witch doctor, the plague doctor of SNS now. And Free Dizzle, who's also starting to come up. Like, most of these racers are usually people we see in the grand finals, and they're paired in a qualifier.
And many times when it's laid out like this, we've seen them all finish relatively easily. We've seen a majority of them having over 29, 30 points, that basically barrier, that threshold that they have to get over to get into the semifinals. Now, let's talk about second chance really quick, because I don't want you to leave if you did bad today. So we have something called Second Chance Battle, which is basically a chance for you to get back into the qualifiers, into semifinals, possibly into grand finals. We do that roster after basically this next qualifier. So please don't go anywhere, because usually someone will do really bad, they'll leave, and they won't realize that they had a chance to get back into this, get back into the money. So please stick around until Second Chance Battle. We'll call that roster out. If you didn't make it, then you can go hang out with Frankie, open the tab. Let's have a good time.
I mean, you said it best right there. And honestly, like I said, this is going to be a very interesting one, because I'm going to be very I'm going to be very surprised to see some of these people go in a second chance, because usually most people, like I said, are usually semis to grand finals competitors.
Also, just a quick shout out to production in the building. I see Alana over there jumping up and down there. She had no idea the camera was behind her. Hi, Alana. It's good to see you. If the sound is perfect and crisp, it is all thanks to Alana. If the sound is bad, it is all Tom Viola's fault.
Yep.
So just please make sure in your emails.
Praise Alana, blame Tom.
Attention, Tom V, and we'll blame him for sure. We're about to get this thing going. We're looking for number 4. So I'm taking a look up here. 805 is in the mix. I mean, Free Dizzle is in the mix. We got a lot of good racers. I want to see who's Ankles. Is Ankles down there?
I think Ankles is in pod 3, so all the way at the other end over there.
Do you think Ankles is wearing like shorts to where you can see his ankles?
And like maybe it was like I think it was like those really super short socks where like it doesn't cover the ankles too. I would not be surprised.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like he might have a little ankle showing. He better at least. Maybe he's.
I want to know why he's named Ankles.
I don't know.
Like, of all things being named like on the human body, why ankles?
We'll have to get to the bottom of it. Also, big shout out to production. Without them, none of this would be possible. Without Findlay Volkswagen, none of this would be possible. Shout out to Marcy, wherever you are. Shout out to Magic Manny, representing Volkswagen. Oh, there's Nit right there. And look at the new haircut. Y'all might not notice, Nit used to have long blue hair. Now Nit is ready for a 9-to-5, a corporate job. I mean, this is the new.
Wait, that's him?
That's Nit. This is the new face of HyperX right here, bro. Look at this. This guy, a model.
What happened to his blue hair?
The blue hair, the long hair, it's all gone. So Nit is actually now.
I want the blue hair back.
Nit's in management now, so he's left us. He's got nice short hair. That's what happens. Are we getting this thing going? We are. All right. Let's go to random 805. There we go.
Of all people to mess it up, it would be 805.
There we go. Let's go ahead and select random, and let's get this thing going.
So I said, what we say? We're looking for 4th place for this one? 4th place, yeah. So it looks like roulette getting started. First race of the final qualifier is, let's get the roulette stop, and here we go. We're going to Sunshine Airport.
Sunshine Airport, possibly the cleanest. You know what's funny though is I did fly recently, and the airports look like this. They're dead empty. There's not a soul in them. It's pretty awesome.
Is it clean?
It's very clean. Wow. There's not anybody there. It's great.
Wow. All right. I'm actually kind of impressed on that.
It's great. All right. Let's get this thing going.
Now, Sunshine Airport is usually a front-runner style kind of track, but honestly, like all these racers and the veterans, most of them are front-runners. So we'll see how far this goes here.
Let's take a look. As you see, Knight right now currently in 2nd place. It's nice and early. The pack is nice and tight. If you take a look at that mini map on that right side, you can see where everybody is. So that kind of shows you where everybody is standing, how everybody is doing. As you see, Free Dizzle, one of the more popular characters in the scene, because this guy is constantly supporting others, if not himself.
I mean, to be fair, I was going to say, because Free Dizzle, like, he's definitely got the nickname the hype guy, because he will hype anyone that he wants to cheer for. He's very supportive of everyone that he does, that he's with. I mean, you see him obviously hyping up like himself whenever he's racing, but also with Bruh and Jadex and everyone that likes him. And I believe that it's because they all are part of a team as well. So it makes sense for him to cheer for the likes of Jadex and Bruh.
Absolutely. You see Knight right there currently in 7th place, has some work to do, but we are going only into the 2nd laps. There's plenty of race to go. As you see, 805 right here, currently in 6th place, has a mushroom to work with. Will he be able to do a little damage, possibly represent for his family? Usually there's quite a few of them here right now. He's a sole soldier, as you see. Batter Cookie on screen right now in 1st place, and there comes a shot.
Yeah, I just realized that Sneaks isn't even here tonight. I'm actually kind of confused, because I thought we usually would see Sneaks with 805, because the two of them are usually together. But no, like you said, it is just 805 here today.
And you see Batter Cookie right now currently in 3rd place. Knight, though, in 6th, has quad mushroom. He's going to slowly try to get up there and see what he can do.
You see he cuts through the grass, and he also cuts through the conveyor belt, but he does get hit by, I believe, a boomerang or a green shell, forcing him to slow down a little bit the last lap. But right now, it is Immortal Man currently in the lead, also being chased by 13, who used a sound horn on Knight.
You see Knight right there constantly on screen. We're jumping over to 13 right now. What was it? You Plague Doctor? Is that the name you gave him?
I'm giving the Plague Doctor of SS because he does have that Plague Doctor mask. Makes perfect sense, honestly, if you ask me. And on his Twitch stream, his mascot is of a Plague Doctor.
That all makes sense. You see Immortal Man right there in first place in the third and final lap. Has the banana peel in the back pocket. Will he be able to have enough? He's coming around the corner. The finish line is in his sights. Immortal Man is taking first place.
Very good job, Immortal Man. He also had a very giant gap to work with, so he had more than enough time to work with. Second, I think it was, who was that, Pod 5? That was Batter Cookie. I'm trying to find fourth, though.
Oh, yeah. We're looking for
third was 13.
Number 4 is Pod 8.
Pod 8, I want to say that was Sir 9.
Sir 9, all right. Well, we'll see Sir 9 up there. Also, that was the calmest I've ever seen Immortal Man after he got first place. Maybe a new thing here. Let's grab a card real quick. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
We'll grab a card. We are looking for number 8. So if you do come in 8th place, you will be on the Volkswagen Power Up Power Wall. Let's jump over to production. Let's see what they're doing. Who is it? It's the one and only Eunice.
And
is
Osiris.
On screen. And Osiris. Now, one is Eunice, give me some dance moves. Give me some dance moves, Eunice. There we go. Yeah, the robot. Do the robot. Do the robot. Yes. 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 Oh my gosh, they're so good. You love production. That's why the HyperX Esports Arena is the best place to work. Eunice has the moves, bro. You see that? She's just into it. Just into it. And then Osiris always getting injured on screen.
Anyway!
Oh, are we racing?
Yes!
Let's go to it.
Oh my God. Second race, the last qualifier. We're going to Bowser's Castle.
Bowser's Castle. We haven't been here, but if you look closely, yeah, is this the one where my wife hangs out?
Yes, it is your wife in this one.
Oh no, Immortal Man, stay on. And there's my wife, ladies and gentlemen. I married her and she woke up and looked like that. That's all right, though. As you see, Knight right now currently in second place.
What did I just come back to?
Itemless, though. Welcome back, Warlike. As you see, he's got the Christmas special.
He's got the red and green special, but you see he throws the red to get rid of this other wall. I mean, it's fair. There's like 6 Waluigi's on screen right here. He does need to get rid of that Waluigi's defense, but 13, who's this Roy Koopa, is right now in second place, starting the second lap, and he does tag the Waluigi with the green shell, though.
Immortal Man in 7th place. Has some time and space to make up. As you see, the lasers are currently on and I believe in the 3rd lap, that's when lasers start moving, correct?
Exactly. You're learning. I know I could probably trust you with SNS when I'm gone to race an SNS 90, but we'll see about that.
One day. Yeah, when is that? Is that 2 weeks?
At this rate, 2 weeks from now. Yeah, that'll be when I go back to racing instead of casting.
Very cool. That'll be exciting to watch you on that side. We might bring you in for an interview. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows?
All right, we see Batter Cookie right now, though, currently in 2nd place. Grabs that double item box. Ooh, green shell and sound horn. A nice little mix there.
He's probably going to use the green shell for defense. That way nothing can try to pass him up. And then I'm going to try to sneak up on him. He can fire up the sound horn. That way he can guarantee himself staying in the top 3. 805, on the other hand, gets hit by a burst of sound horn as he's still stuck about 7th starting the last lap. But you see that right now it is a fight between 13, Pod 12, which is Free Dizzle, Pod 5, which is Batter Cookie, and whoever's in the front, I want to say it's Pod 7, which is Knight.
Now currently 13 in 4th place, jumping into 3rd, jumping into 2nd. Fires off that sound horn. As you see, he's got the Piranha Plant just kind of snapping at air right now because there's no one around him.
Well, the thing is that when the Piranha Plant snaps, it does give you a small boost as well. So when you mash that Piranha Plant, it's giving you like a mini boost every time you chomp.
I see it. You see Jadex right there, currently in 3rd place, has a mushroom to work with. He's got 2nd in his sights, and now 2nd is his.
And you see he's going to be fine with the spare as Knight takes 1st place. 2nd is going to be Jadex. 3rd is going to be Pod 11, which is 13. Now we're looking for 8th place, I believe.
We are looking for 8th place, and looks like it's in Pod 8. Not anymore.
Not anymore. It could be a bot for all we know. No one in our luck. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a bot.
And it is.
It's a bot.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. You got to beat the bots. 8th place was a bot.
Yeah, at least I'm hoping we don't have like 2 or 3 bot places like we did the last qualifier.
It's all right. That's all right. Well, hey, we're getting this thing going. Also, I know production is still up there having a good time. And you know what? The guy that we've been talking about who you can send all your emails to, we're about to put him on camera. That's him right there. Tom, TV at Home Viola. Who's back there? Is that Jet? There he is. There he is.
He's like, no, get that camera off me.
Not wanting to be filmed. It's funny. Oh, look at that. There is Tom. There's Tom. And the mask still can never stay on.
All right, I'm drawing a card. I'm drawing a card.
Draw a card. Where are we headed?
Jack. So that is going to be 11th place. If you get 11th, Oh, an Ice Outpost. Ugh.
11th place, an Ice Outpost. You are going up to that punch box power up punch wall. Brought to you by these beautiful people right here, Findlay Volkswagen, down the Valley Auto Mall. Shout out to Marcy and Magic Manny representing Volkswagen today. Let's get this thing going.
You see Sir 9, he had a bit of a hiccup on that one, starting on 7th place. That means he got 7th at Bowser's Castle. Now, Ice Outpost is definitely a front-runner style kind of track. There are only about 2 to 3 shortcuts total in this entire track, meaning that you really have to outrace everyone in order to get first place here.
Now, right off the bat, you do see that there is 2 track selections. There's a yellow course and a green course. Talk to us about the difference between those 2.
Now, the green course is theoretically the shorter of the 2 courses if you go by lines and all that more technicalities. But the problem, though, is that all the smarter racers who know this are usually going to go for the green course as well. So do you deal with the green course, which is the shorter one but has more traffic, or do you go with the yellow course, which is longer but has less people to deal with?
You got to measure out the risk reward there. It looks like it's working for Immortal Man right now, as he is currently in 2nd place with a mushroom. He might fire off at any second, and a red shell to work with. He's trying to chase down that first place, which I believe is Sir 9 right now.
No, if that's a Luigi, that's J-Dax's moniker right there. And that is
You're
J-Dax.
absolutely right.
What's interesting, though, is that J-Dax is running with a Wiggler loadout, which is usually common in SNS, but J-Dax is known with the inward style kind of bike, like the Yoshi bike, that we see the likes of LA Cruiser and Bonnie usually use.
And obviously, it's been working for him. As you said, though, it's not an easy thing to master, but these guys have done very well with it as the blue shell comes into play.
And that does target J-Dax, and J-Dax takes the full brunt of it, I guess. Is that the word? I'm trying to make sure, because it's been a month.
That's what the chat said. The chat said it's the brunt. Do we have the chat going today?
I don't even know if we're live, to be perfectly honest.
We'll get the chat up here. We can give you guys a shout out shortly. As you see, J-Dax right now currently in 3rd place. We jump over to Knight. Knight's got some work to do. He just finished in 1st. He's all the way back in 5th, currently itemless, grabs that double item box, has a boo, and looks like J-Dax with triple mushroom unfortunately misses the road there. Got to jump back on, immediately fires them all off, gets back into the mix.
But you see right now, Batter Cookie is in the lead. He has a green for defense as well. And he's going to have this, he's going to hit the shortcut right here. He's got the defense, it's going to be just fine as Batter Cookie takes first place with a little showboating at the end.
I like it, Batter Cookie. Just throwing a little sauce on it, saying, hey, watch this now. Let's jump over to the chat, take a look. Also,
we're like
quick.
2nd was Sir 9 and 3rd was Knight. We're looking for what?
11th. We're looking for 11th. Ooh, it's Pod 4. Can they do it?
So far, it's Pod 4. Can that change up? It is Pod 4.
Pod 4. We got ourselves a winner. Let's take a look at Pod 4. I believe that's Daddy-O.
I think it is Daddy-O. I have no idea.
That is Daddy-O. I'm taking a look up top there. There's Daddy-O himself. What's going on, Daddy-O? All right. Daddy-O took it down in 11th place. We appreciate you holding on to 11th there, possibly taking the scenic route. We're not sure.
And you get the last card draw, dude.
Do I? All right. This is the last card of the night. It's going to, you know what? Let's mix it up.
You're really going to mix it up. Okay.
Let's mix it up.
So we're going to make it look fancy.
This one.
Was that a 7? It's a 7.
Is it a 7? All right. We're going with 7th place, ladies and gentlemen.
I heard Immortal Man scream because I guess he doesn't like this track. He doesn't have much of a sweet tooth because the last race, this last qualifier, we are going to Sweet, Sweet Canyon, which I like to call Sugar Rush.
Sweet, Sweet Canyon. This place always makes me hungry, and I'll show you why, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to it. Look at it.
Because
look at
gingerbreads.
What is that on the right? Is that ginger ale? Is that lemonade?
Yes.
Macaroons, donuts, ice cream. Is this a cake? It looks like, is that icing on the walls?
I think it is icing on the walls.
So good. It could be caramel waterfalls, candy corn. That can get out of the way. Ice cream cones. Let's go, people. Oh, is this champagne? I see bubbles.
I think it is champagne, actually.
That could be
No, it's soda. I think it's soda. Like Sprite or Mellow Yellow or something like that.
Possibly. All right. Well, let's get into the racing. You see Sir 9 right now currently in 3rd place. But as you see, the pack is nice and tight. Everybody's going at it. Everybody's
Sir
having
9
the ball.
gets dragged by Free Dizzle Shell nonetheless. That means now it's going to be a fight between, I want to say, Knight, Free Dizzle, and maybe Sir 9 to be caught up, start the 2nd lap.
Looks like all the guys are wrapped around 13 over here, rooting him on. Hopefully 13 can do something. He's currently in 9th place, representing all 2 inches right now. As you see, J-Dex in 4th place, firing the fireballs back, trying to cause a little bit of chaos behind him.
So according to Aries in the chat, he says it's actually honey, which makes sense, actually.
That would make sense. That would make sense. All right. Well, shout out to Aries. Also, we found out that Ankles is a Smash player. So shout out to Ankles. Appreciate you crossing on over. And looks
Appreciate
like
that.
Knight had to take the full brunt. Oh, no. Knight's getting beat up.
By not just a blue, but I think a red as well. You see he's already back to about 4th or 5th place starting this last lap. Meanwhile, Mortal Man is trying to chase out the other two people in front of him. I believe one of them is Sir 9. The other one is probably Batter Cookie.
Mortal Man does have that sound horn to work with, though. A very, very powerful weapon if used properly. Batter Cookie, looks like Batter Cookie got a haircut, too. He's flying, looking good, feeling good. He's racing good because he's in first place right now.
And you see Jadex, the striker, currently in 4th place. Has to probably use that green for this red. Doesn't even matter because the shock forces everyone to drop their items, though.
And you see Immortal Man right now in the 3rd and final lap. Batter Cookie in 2nd. Has that mushroom, though, ready to fire it off and take first place at leisure.
You see Sir 9. He did have defense, but it doesn't matter. People had mushrooms. That's exactly what happened as Batter Cookie takes first. 2nd, I want to say, was Pod 10, which is Immortal Man. And 3rd was Sir 9.
7th is going to be pod number 6. That's going to be
Jadex.
Jadex. So Jadex is in the mix. And who is overall last?
Let's see. All right, the roulette's happening, and it's going to be a bot.
Is it really?
A bot was dead last with 4 points.
And who was
So
next?
whoever was next after that, I think it was
pod 4.
No, I think
That's
it was,
Daddy-O.
I think it was pod 4.
It was Daddy-O. Yeah, it was Daddy-O also.
Yeah,
so.
it was pod 4.
So it's going to be Jadex, Jadex, Sir 9, and Daddy-O. Please stay on stage. Meanwhile, let's roll these highlights and see what just happened.
Honestly, like I said before, this was a very well-balanced qualifier. If I recall, I want to say every first place was someone different. So that's going to shovel up the scores a lot more. People are going to semis versus people are going to second chance. So we'll see. You see the first race, Immortal Man was one who took first place in the first race, but he had problems in Bowser's Castle. You saw he got hit by an item, maybe got hit by the fire bar too. 805 also having some problems as well. And then we see that Knight got first place at the Bowser's Castle. So first place for Knight, first place for Immortal Man, and then Batter Cookie was the one to really run away with this one. And you saw that J-Dax, while he did have to leave a good portion of it, Blue Shells can change everything. That's exactly what happened, allowing Batter Cookie to take the first place in this qualifier. So one for Batter Cookie, one for Immortal Man, and one for Knight. Sir 9 just had some really bad luck this way. He got dragged. He had people have mushrooms in front of him and pass him up in the donut hole, which forced him to back about 3rd place. Knight also has some really bad luck you see here on his screen. Just getting bombarded, as Batter Cookie actually had 2 first places. So Batter Cookie potentially be the front runner for this qualifier, but we'll have the scores hopefully in a moment or so. But like I said, a very well-balanced qualifier, a well-balanced, well-nutrition breakfast, you could say. That's how balanced it was. We do have the scores. Let's put them on screen. First was Batter Cookie with 50 points. 2nd was Immortal Man with 39. I heard that. 3rd was Knight with 38. 4th was Sir 9 with 37. 5th was Jadex with 34. 6th was 13 with 33. Tied percent between 805 and Free Dizzle with 26. 9th was Ankles with 15. And the back of the pack was Daddy-O with 8 points. So we're going to try to figure out who's going to second chance. So apparently I just got word that we actually have a 3-way tie between Riley, Jadeda, and Pickle Weasel. The cutoff was 30 points, and those 3 need to go on stage to get ready to do a tiebreaker. There's 1 slot for those 3 people, but we'll get to how we do tiebreakers in a moment, because right now we do have that punch wall. Nor, I'll let you start punching things.
That's right. Let's get over to the old punch box punch wall. Now, Sir 9 was one of our winners, but he did give his ticket to Immortal Man. You gotta love the SNS community. So Immortal Man gets to punch with one of his hands because he's got all sorts of stuff. Go up, go high, go low. What are you gonna do? You're going with, top right. Where are we going? What are we coming out with? A gaming Pulsefire Rapid Mouse brought to you by HyperX and a Volkswagen face mask. Now socially distance and get on out of here. Next up is Jadex. Jadex, where are you going, buddy? Are you going O? Are you going low? Are you going high? You got to punch one. There we go. Going low and center. A picture of the one and only Mo Hurst, autographed, as well as a Raider Nation towel. I am jealous of half of these things. Get out of here, Jadex. Head on that way. Last but not least, the caboose himself, Daddy-O. Daddy-O, how you doing today? Doing all right? All right, Daddy-O. No one's gone low, but just, but you go wherever you want. You can go high, you can go low. I'm just saying, you're going dead center, and you're also leaving with a picture of the one and only Mo Hurst. It's autographed as well as stickers. Shout out to Mo. He's up in the building right there. All right, Daddy-O, head on out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to go to a break right now. We're going to go to a video of a man that we all know, a man that has been seeking justice, and he found it. It is a player profile on the one and only Ride My Pidgey.
Hey, what's up? My name is Joseph Hubner, aka Riding My Pidgey. I'm an actor, photographer, filmmaker, and I just love to make people laugh. And I want to be a professional gamer. I've been playing at the esports arena since you guys very first opened. A little bit, a few months after that, I saw it on a website. Me and my friends were trying to find another local spot to come to. To just come down here and see that the Vegas Strip has an esports arena was absolutely mind-blowing. Just from the first moment that we walked in here, looked up at the arena, all of our jaws dropped. We just knew how much potential this place had. And I would say the thing that keeps us coming back is the people, the employees, the community. Literally everyone here is so chill and amazing and awesome. And I couldn't imagine spending my weekends anywhere else. It's kind of a double whammy between the most depressing moment and the most exciting moment of me being here was probably when I lost Saturday Night Speedway by a single point. It was genuinely such a heartbreaking moment for me because during COVID, I grinded this game for hours and hours and hours on stream, trying to be the best racer possible. And when I finally won my first Saturday Night Speedway title, which would be the most memorable moment in this arena, with 64 points! Genuinely was one of the best moments of my Saturday Night Speedway career. One of the first people I looked up to was Kobe Bryant. His work ethic, how competitive he is, how he always wanted to win is something I always looked up to. But gaming-wise, I have to say Faker. I mean, that guy always played to win. He always put his best foot forward. You saw him on the LCS stage crying his eyes out whenever he didn't win because he just felt like he let people down. And I personally, I feel for that. I feel that competitive nature, always wanting to win, putting your best foot forward, because gaming goes even deeper than just, pressing, keys on a keyboard. There's so much more to it. One of my biggest goals in esports and gaming in general, I would say with the Mario Kart tournaments, I want to beat Funny Name while he's here, because he's one of the biggest people who have, just taunted me, made me actually the better racer that I am today, because he's always egged me on, made me do the tedious time trials, stuff that I hate doing. So to smash him into the ground would be genuinely just an amazing feat. The one thing that I love about gaming is that you can bring so many different people together from so many different backgrounds and just make them laugh. Because in a time that we're in right now, to just press live and make people laugh and entertain them is something I'm truly passionate about. In terms of esports, I would genuinely want to branch into other games and put as much time as I have with Mario Kart into those.
All right, that was a nice little player profile, little spotlight on Ride My Pidgey. We may be seeing more of those, so definitely keep your eye out. Before we left, you said we had a three-way something going on.
We have a three-way tie. The cutoff to make it to semifinals was 31 points, but we did have one spot left for 30 points, and we had three people who had 30 points, and those three were Riley, Jadeda, and Pickle Weasel. So that means we're going to get that set up and ready to go and do this tiebreaker. The one winner goes to semifinals. The other two, they go to the second chance. And I admit, it's been technically a year since we've done this.
I think so, but how? Yeah. I mean, their second chance, right? And so that's basically they have to do something to get back into it. But how do we do second chance? How do you figure that out?
Headset.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it. Because the way we do second chance, or the way we do tiebreakers, I should say, it's gonna be one race of 200 cc's. Baby Park! I miss doing that.
So we're going to Baby Park, I heard. So that's exciting. And we got, looks like Pickle Weasel is backing up all his smack talk. So Pickle Weasel is going to be in the mix.
So yeah, Pickle Weasel, Riley, and Jadeda. I don't know why I was about to say Morzilla. Morzilla's going to semifinals. But yeah, that's going to be interesting to look at because, I mean, the House Jadeda, or House of Mo. I'm not sure how the points are right now.
It's definitely the House of Mo.
Yeah, because Tuitas Mo got 44 points. Yeah, he's going to semifinals. Right now it is the House of Mo, but Jadeda is part of House of Mo. So can he join Mo for the semifinals? Can Riley, who's been this great up-and-comer, doing a long run on one of his debut race shows nonetheless, could he be the one to make it? I don't know. And then we got Pickle Weasel. I don't even know much about Pickle Weasel, and he got 30 points.
Carter, come get your friend, bro.
Are we really waiting on Pickle Weasel?
Wherever Pickle Weasel is, but it's not going to be the night is over for these gentlemen because whoever wins is moving on. The bottom two still have a chance because they are going to second chance.
Absolutely. So let's bring up who we know we have a second chance. Okay, we have Jinx, Cruisinee, the bigger brother, 805, Free Dizzle, Karma, the big bot Lily, HOA Messenger, Ankles, and Batgap.
So those
10.
Those 10 are going to second chance as well as the bottom two of Riley and Jadeda and Pickle Weasel. I think I have to sneeze, so but if we called your name, please head on up to the stage. I'm trying not to
the high
sneeze
tunnel, not the stage.
on camera. I'm just trying not to sneeze.
Gesundheit.
Continue.
So, Jinx, Cruisinee, Bigger Brother, 805, Free Dizzle, Karma, Big Bot Lily, HOA Messenger, Ankles, Batgap, U10, get over the high tunnel because as soon as we're done this tiebreaker, we are going to go into the second chance and get that started. But we still have to deal with that tiebreaker to begin with. And like I said, that is going to be with Jadeda, Riley, and Pickle Weasel.
You three get on stage. If we also called your name, please get onto the HyperX Hype Tunnel. You are next. So we're going to get this thing moving, this thing going. Obviously, you see the big thing in that second chance is you got
the Boar Sisters.
The Boar Sisters are going to have to go against each other.
I don't think I've seen Jinx in the second chance. I've seen Karma in it a couple times. She's been out of it a couple times. She's not been able to get out a couple times. But I don't think I've ever seen Jinx go in the second chance. Maybe once, but it's been a while.
Also, a shout out to Magic Manny. Manny, you only missed it by 1 point. By 1 point, you would have been in the second chance. Unfortunately, you're not. But you can go join Frankie at the bar and open a tab and get the party started. So
honestly, I'm honestly gonna be interested to see what's gonna happen in the second chance, especially considering that not only we have those 10 people we mentioned before, but also either Riley, Jadeda, or Pickle Weasel are going to be joining in the second chance and get a second chance.
Yep. The question is when's it gonna get started? Oh, looks like they're all set up. So hopefully we will get this thing going shortly.
Hopefully. So, who do you think is going to make it? Who do you think is going to go to semifinals?
I'm going Riley.
You're going Riley?
I'm going Riley. Obviously, the underdog here is Pickle Weasel.
Yep.
Lovely name.
Yep.
But the racing has to be a little bit better. And Jadeda, unfortunately, but Jadeda knows Baby Park, so it's definitely not going to be a walk in the park, but Riley is the favorite. We're starting this thing up. Let's jump on into it. It is 7 laps of chaos, ladies and gentlemen. It is a course known as Baby Park.
And also known as one of my favorite tracks because of all the chaos that happens to it. Especially now we get to have it in a 200cc setting.
Absolutely. And 200cc's, explain what that means to the people that don't understand.
So, for those who don't know, we usually here at SNS, we usually do our qualifiers, our semis, and our grand finals in 150cc. That's usually the norm that we have around here. 200cc is even faster than 150cc. So usually the heavier racers, which you see a lot of racers usually do, not usually the best thing to do if you want to race in a 200cc measure. You usually want to go to a middle to a lightweight character, Yoshi, babies in general, Lemmy Koopa, Bowser Jr., things of that nature. But we'll get enough of that. I'll explain later on that because right now we do have a tiebreaker to get set up, and let's put that on screen.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 7 laps of chaos that is simply known as Baby Park.
And you see Jadeda is going to be using an Inkling. Very smart move because that's a middleweight. I'm trying to figure out who we have here, but we also have a Wario and a Waluigi. Riley's using Waluigi in a 200C setting, which is very interesting. But you see, he's actually using the speed to his advantage, using the speed to cut through the grass without slowing down at all whatsoever, and not even losing his grip because of it.
Riley jumping off to an early lead. You can take a look at the mini-map there. He's got almost a half a lap advantage right now, but you got to remember there is boxes, there is items, there is bullet bills, there's blue shells, so we'll see if he can last and outlast this long enough. He has got quite the lead, though.
He might overlap the Wario, actually. Look at this. He's already about to catch up to this Wario. The Inkling, which we know is, I believe, Jadeda, which means Preselination. That means the other one's going to be Pickle Weasel. So Riley actually overlapped Pickle Weasel starting this last lap.
Pickle Weasel, the friend of our engineer, Carter. Oh, Pickle Weasel now not being lapped.
But doesn't matter because Riley is going on to the semifinals.
Riley going on to the semifinals with ease right there. I told you, man.
It's a Riley chant.
We got ourselves a Riley chant. Looks like he's got some friends at the bar. All right.
So we now know that Riley's going to the semifinals, which means, though, that Pickle Weasel and Jadeda, they're going to have to stick by because we are going to have them join the likes of Jinx, Cruisiny, the bigger brother, 805, Free Dizzle, Karma, Big Bot Lily, HOA Messenger, Ankles, and Batgab for a second chance.
And in second chance, again, it will be 7 laps of chaos. We're going to be headed right back to Baby Park. And also, 2 people this time will be able to get out of it and go on to the semifinals.
You only did that just so I don't do the Baby Park screen.
Oh, no. You can totally do that again. Don't worry. As you see right there, that's a list for on deck second chance. Guys, if you're not on the hallway right now, we're going to leave you behind. Jadeda, Pickle Weasel, Jinx, Cruisiny, Bigger Brother, 805, Free Dizzle, Karma, Big Bot Lily, Messenger, Hankles, and Batgab.
Did you say Hankles?
Yeah, I sure did. Get upstairs. If you're not upstairs, we're going to start this thing without you. We'll be back after a short commercial break brought to you by the one and only Findlay Volkswagen down the Valley Auto Mall.
Just saying.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got everybody in the second chance battle lined up and ready to go. We're about to get this thing started. My name's Newer J. This is Matt Cita, a.k.a. Warlike himself. And you see the characters coming down the stage right now. I'm taking a look over there. I see the one and only Batgab. There's Ankles, a Smash player. HOA Messenger. The Big Bot Lily, Karma, Free Dizzle, 805, no surprise to see him there. The Bigger Brother, Cruisin' E, Jinx, Pickle Weasel, and let's round it off with Jadeda.
Honestly, this is going to be a very hard to predict which 2 are going to be going on because there are so many great races that we have. Like I said, Free Dizzle, the Boar Sisters, and Karma and Jinx. 805 is very familiar with this territory as well. So, and only 2 of those races are going to be going on. It could even be a wild card for all we know. It could be someone like, I don't know, I got to bring the list again, people realize.
Well, the other thing is that there's 12 people racing this time. There's not only 3 people, so there's going to be a lot more chaos, a lot more items flying around. You really have to be careful. Is front running this entire thing the right idea? Do you want to stay in second or third and kind of make your move toward the end? I don't know. Everybody has their own strategy. We'll see what pays off.
I was going to say, though, to be fair, loadout on your character is going to be different, too, because the way we do second chance...
How do we do second chance, man?
You might, yeah.
Yep,
yeah.
Good.
Because, I mean, it's 2021. It's the first time I get to do this in 2021. I got to do as much as I can because, you see, the way we do it, it's going to be one race of 200 cc's. Baby Park!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're headed back to Warliken's favorite course. We're going to the one and only Baby Park.
Oh, and we get to have 12 people instead of 3. Oh, there's going to be so much chaos.
There is going to be chaos. What's going on in the chat over there? We got anybody?
Bonnie says, when Aries cheers for someone that ain't his brother.
Well, shout out to, who all do we got in the chat? We got Aries, we got...
Run 5K. Oh, we haven't seen Run 5K in a
We got Jess Jones, we got Retnick.
We got Asana.
Well, shout out to everybody in the chat. And always, hey, you're more than welcome to come on down here. If you're watching online, we'd love to see you in person. We'd love to see you race. I promise we won't make fun of anybody if you're not doing that well. If you're in the back, that's fine. It's called the scenic route. It's called the scenic route. But come on, if you're good at, just like Pickle Weasel said, if you're good at Mario Kart, come down here. Prove it. You won't know unless you race against the best, which someone is going to do in a couple weeks. And we'll see how he fares against the best in Las Vegas.
I mean, to be fair, the last time I raced on stream, the last time I raced on stream for SNS was, a year and a half ago. It was literally on my birthday, and that's when I got picked up being a caster right after that.
Well, I mean, I'm excited to see it. Hopefully, you get into the ever-elusive grand final. You said that was the goal, so...
I have 2 goals. That one being getting into the grand finals my first time, and just getting a first place overall in SNS. Because, I mean, to be honest, I do have the showdown wins, but I honestly don't count the showdown wins to be perfectly honest. With all due respect to 805, Air Boom, and Joey, to be honest, it's one thing to get a first place at a showdown, but it's another thing to get first place in a race with overall 12 racers.
I agree, and I think you can do it. Now, if you're in this one, make sure you select Baby Park. This is not the time to select random. So this one, you select Baby Park. Tell them where Baby Park is.
It's the top right cup. I want to say it's the Animal Crossing leaf logo looking one. There's a green leaf. And it's literally the first one you'll see on there, too. Your cursor will literally highlight it when you've said it. So whatever you say, do not pick random, because the last thing we need is 200cc bone dry dunes.
That's very true. 200 cc's of bone dry dunes is not nearly as exciting. Now, we're going to call out semifinal number 1. Again, if we call your name, it means you got to head up to the HyperX Hype Tunnel. This is who has made it to the first semifinal.
So we have Funny Name, 2 Inches Mo, Kiro, Tigray, Vonnie, Digo, Knight, Cheese, Big B, Bruh, and Borzilla. And the way this works in Second Chance is that whoever gets first place in Second Chance will be joining these 11. Whoever gets second place in Second Chance joins the second semifinal. Whoever gets third place and under, you can go see Frank and get started tap.
Exactly. All you got to do is get in the top 2, and you will be moving on. You have your chance at the prize pool, at the money. Make sure you select Baby Park. And somebody selected random.
Of course they did. What pod is that?
Baby Park?
Pod 12?
Baby Park?
Oh, no, it's... All right, I'm going to give back guys some slack.
Baby Park.
Baby Park. All right, so we have 11... All right, we have 11 Baby Parks and 1 random. I really hope the random doesn't happen.
If it happens, here comes the
I'm
filibuster.
walking off.
Here comes the filibuster.
No, we are... Why?
It's a kid because he's new. He's new and he's little. It's fine. It's fine. No. We don't.
We're not doing 200 cc's of Wario Stadium. No.
We don't boo anybody here. Okay. The only person we get to boo is 805. If you want to boo,
it's fun to boo 805.
We're all gonna boo 805. You can boo me. We can all boo Frankie. Who else can we boo? We can boo Tom.
Boo Tom.
We can boo Kevin
Tom.
right
boo
here.
Tom. Tom's the best. No.
Where's Osiris? We can all boo Osiris.
No, don't boo Osiris. Osiris is
who
fine.
else is over here? That's all right, guys. So make sure you select Baby Park. Do not select random. Unfortunately, one person selected random, and it just happened.
And we saw what happens when one person doesn't follow the pack.
It just happened to land on. That's all right. We all make mistakes. Let's start this thing back up.
No, we're not doing 200 cc's of Wario Stadium. I just said the chat is like saying race it. No. I mean, our tradition is 200 cc's Baby Park, and we have to do 200 cc's Baby Park. I'm sorry, guys.
I agree. That is the way we do things here. So we're going to select the Baby Park here. We're going to have to make sure everybody's back in.
Yeah, Vonnie in the chat says, don't hate Osiris. Exactly. Thank you, Vonnie. Thank you.
Huh? Well, yeah,
No. I'm on your side, Osiris.
No, I said, yeah, everybody should boo.
No,
you,
he said, yeah, he said it.
100%. I just wanted to let him get it out. I just wanted to let everybody get their boos out. That's all. All right, we're about to get back into it.
All right, let's try this again. It's the top right cup. So, on my screen, it looked like that. So, top right cup, so like right here, technically. And it's the first one you see. It's the Animal Crossing leaf. There you go. And the first one you see. There we go. I swear, if even one other person does not choose Baby Park.
All right.
Hey!
Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody chose Baby Park.
So, let's get down to it. Let's get to 7 Laps of Chaos, not 3 Laps of Wario Stadium or all that other random stuff that we're not going to be doing. We are getting some 7 Laps of Chaos. We are getting the 200cc Baby Park. It is showtime. And honestly, like I said, I really don't know who's going to make it out of this one, to be perfectly honest.
All right, let's get this thing going. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 7 laps of chaos. It is time for Baby Park.
And you see that Karma's playing with Cat Peach. I believe Cat Peach is a lightweight or midway character. So smart move on her. I think I see a Luigi, another smart one. You see a baby Rosalina, very smart. That's Free Dizzle using the baby Rosalina. He has actually gotten through Baby Park once or twice himself, so he is very familiar with how to get out of here.
Look at those lines, though. This guy is moving, and he's moving tight. Look how close he gets to that rail, and he's about to start lapping people.
And he is starting lapping people. He lapped that Waluigi, started the second, no, third, fourth lap now. God, we're already at lap 4. But you see how quickly he does slow down because he did hit the rails, and he's already in second place because of it. Now we see someone else pass up is that Black Yoshi, which is
805.
805?
805 is moving.
I just hope 805 doesn't stand and celebrate too early like in the last time he was in this scenario.
Goodness, 805 could be moving on, ladies and gentlemen.
You have one more lap, 805. You have one more lap. He didn't celebrate. He didn't celebrate too early.
For the old people. For the old people.
He fires up. 805 is going on.
805 getting first. It looks like.
And Jinx is going on too.
Wow.
805 and Jinx.
805 and Jinx. 805 holding it down, representing. Oh my gosh. Well
I think
done.
this is the first time that 805 has gotten out of second chance through Baby Park.
And he did it in first place. I mean, I tip my hat. 805. Well done, buddy.
And like I said, Jinx is the other person going on, so she will be going on to the second semifinal. 805 is going to the first semifinal. And honestly, best of luck. That first semifinal is a doozy.
Also, if your race is over, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you do disconnect your controllers. On-deck racers are on the wall right there. If you see your name, please get to the hallway. We're about to get this thing going one last time. It's going to be Jadeda, Pickle Weasel.
No, it's not. That's second chance.
Just kidding. It's going to be...
Funny name, 2 Inches Mo, Kiro, Tigray, Bonnie, Digo, Knight, Cheese, Big B, Bruh, Morzilla, and 805.
If we called your name, please head on up to HyperX Tunnel, Hype Tunnel. Please get up there. We got to take a break. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back with more Saturday Night Speedway after a short commercial break brought to you by these awesome people at Findlay Volkswagen down at the Valley Auto Mall. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back to Saturday Night Speedway, brought to you by the one and only Findlay Volkswagen. The gentleman next to me has no idea where to look. Yeah, we gotta look this way. I'm with the one and only Mo Hurst. Man, it is a pleasure to have you here. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Now, is this your first time at the HyperX Esports Arena?
This is my second time
This is
here.
your second time here? Okay.
Yeah.
What was the first time?
My first time I came in and I just kind of walked in because I saw it.
Right.
And I just wanted to play a little Fortnite, so I just came in and tried to play a little Fortnite
All
on
right.
the computers, yeah.
Okay, very cool. So you walk by. So first off, what do you think about the arena?
Oh, this is amazing. I mean, it's something out of, a movie. I mean, everything's just set up perfectly, and you got all the big screens, and I don't know, it's awesome.
It's very cool. It's every kid's dream, really. Now, you're 25, right?
Yep.
So
25.
you grew up in the gaming culture. So are you a gamer?
Yeah, a little bit of a gamer.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Talk to me. What do you play?
I'm mostly like a Madden guy. I play a lot of sports games,
All right.
A little 2K. I play Call of Duty all the time, and a little Fortnite here and there, but mostly Call of Duty and Madden.
Yeah, Call of Duty is a popular one here. You play Fortnite on Fridays. We do have something called Friday Frags, a massive Fortnite tournament that we have here. I mean, would you ever think of dipping your toes in the water and trying to get in the mix?
Yeah, I mean, I could do a little Fortnite. I mean, I don't know if I couldn't run solos. I need to have a little bit of a team with me or something. I don't know. I get a little nervous when I run solos, so I like.
You can't be nervous. How can you be nervous?
I don't know.
You're a man who plays a game of football. Usually, on the regular days, you play in front of 40, 50, 60,000 people. Fortnite cannot make you nervous.
I mean, when you get down to the final, 5, 6 people, your heart starts racing and the circle's closing on you. I mean, it's just. I don't know. It's hard to explain that feeling when you're. All
right, so talk to me about one thing. What's more nerve-wracking? You're on the field. It's the fourth quarter. It's the game's on the line, or you're on stage. It's Fortnite 1v1, and you got like 500 people just staring at you, and your heart's racing. What's more nerve-wracking?
Honestly, I mean, the Fortnite would be just because it's not as normal for me. So
right?
I'm just like, my heart is just going crazy in Fortnite when I'm the last, 2 people
Absolutely.
left.
I was actually reading some studies that said people that game and really get into it that much and their heart rate goes up, it can actually be considered a workout. So maybe you can use that as an excuse one day. Let's talk about these guys right here, Findlay Volkswagen. You've been hanging out with Findlay Volkswagen, is that correct?
Yeah, it's been awesome. They hooked me up with the Atlas, and I mean, I'd never driven a Volkswagen before, so getting in that thing's been awesome.
Oh, so it's your first time getting a Volkswagen?
Yeah,
All
right. White, black rims, nice.
Ooh.
It's fast.
Little stormtrooper?
It's a little stormtrooper. It's a really nice car, and I just really love the team there, and they get to do a lot of great events like this one, and just get to have fun and.
That's awesome,
be a part of a great team.
And now you recently have moved to Vegas. That's it. Well, you've been here for about a year. What do you think about the city?
Oh, it's been awesome. Just getting to experience new things. I moved here during COVID, so
So it's a little different.
Yeah, I don't get the full experience. Don't get to meet as many people, but being able to do an event like this, it makes everything a little bit more normal.
Yeah, man. I mean, and a lot of people think of Vegas as just a big old party town and this and that, but I'll tell you, man, we got a really solid community here. You can ask anybody over at the Golden Knights. They can vouch for us that once that place opens up, you're gonna have some passionate, loyal fans. The community here, Vegas is ready. Vegas is ready to represent you. Hear them all cheering for you. So, man, we're so glad to have you in town. We're so glad to have you here today. Everybody's in that hot seat always has to give a shout out. So you have to look into this camera, and this is going to be on the internet forever. So is there anybody you want to shout out? It can be your boys, it can be your family, it can be, usually if you're a child, it's someone who drove you here. So you might have driven yourself, but you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Shout out to my mom. She just turned 50 on January 27th. So recent birthday. Shout out to you. Love you, Mom.
Very smart. Very smart move. Very smart move. And man, last but not least, you got destroyed by some children up here. You just got wrecked.
They're really good. They're really good.
They're really good.
They watch a lot of YouTube.
I mean,
they got all the TikTok tricks with Mario Kart.
they don't mess around. These kids, I mean, they're adorable. Some of these kids are adorable, but they're out for blood.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what car to pick. I didn't know.
No, we knew that.
I didn't know what wheels. They didn't have any attributes on them. So I'm like, I get this big monster truck. I think I'm gonna run someone over, and now I can barely move.
No, you're in a tractor, bro.
I'm sitting there, and
you're in a tractor.
I'm not moving.
But I will say, your car was nice. It was pink. It had the speakers in the back. You looked great.
Yeah.
You raced terribly, but you looked great, and that's
style.
what matters.
Yeah, I had style.
That's what matters. Well, man, thank you so much for joining us. We hope to see you here more. And with that being said, we got more racing to go. So let's toss it over to Warlacker for more Saturday Night Speedway.
All right, so we are actually about to get started with the first semifinal, and the way this works is that instead of 4 races, we ante it up to 6 races. Here is the listing of the first semis. We have Funny Name, 2 Inches Mo, Kiro, Tigray, Bonnie, Digo, Knight, Cheese, Big B, Bruh, Morzilla, and 805, and we are about to get started with gameplay. The roulette just ended on the first race semifinals, and we are going back to Water Park for the second time tonight, and this is a front runner style track. Now, the way semifinals work is that instead of like the qualifiers where it's you against everyone else's scores, it is just you going against the 11 other racers in your semi. And the way it works is that only the best 6 after the 6th race go on to the grand finals. If you are 7th or under, then go start a tab with Frankie.
Absolutely, and it's shocking to see 805 here, but it's also exciting because it's like you got to root for the underdog. Let's get this thing going. We're doing 6 races this time. This is race number 1.
And like I said, Water Park is usually a front runner style kind of track, so you'll see the likes of Funny Name and Bonnie doing a very solid job in this track. Meanwhile, I think honestly now looking at it again, almost all these races here are known to be front runners. So I don't think we'll see any sandbaggers have any problems with this kind of track, to be perfectly honest. So it is going to be a relatively even match. Starting the second lap, you see that right now Tigray is taking the lead.
And you see right now Tigray, like you said, the 9-toed assassin right now on screen, making it move, making it count. As you see, Vonnie right there currently in 2nd place, but 805, the true underdog story, in 6th place.
And remember, 805 is the only person representing the Sneak family, because Sneak, Slick, Sweets, Sneaky Mama, none of them are here. It is just 805. And if 805 makes it to the grand finals, he will be known as a long-run competitive alongside the likes of Knight and Mega J. Kesey in the past.
We're definitely going to keep an eye on that storyline as it develops right now. Funny Name, though, currently in 5th place, has a shock, and here comes the blue shell.
That blue shell is really going to mess up who's in first. I want to say it's Bonnie currently in first, but it does hit whoever is in first. Funny Name, you saw he's really stuck in the back of the pack. What is due to the opposite of what happened to him, because remember, he had that perfect 60 going to his qualifier.
Funny Name always has a different agenda on what's going on. Sometimes he wants to take it easy. Sometimes what I know is usually what he's doing on purpose. So he might be hanging back, might be challenging himself. He might just be doing enough to make it to the grand final.
Am I see me, or is 805 in the top 4?
805 right now is in the top 4. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a true underdog story.
805 does get 6, but looks like first. Let's see. First, I believe it's 2 Inches Mo.
2 Inches Mo. The Joker in the Bat Cave right there. You see the dark, no lighting. All his buddies are there. I think I see Robin.
We need some kind of lighting for pods 1 and 2.
The
Just
Penguin, the Joker. Everybody's back there in that Bat Cave. 805 was doing great, but that shows you how tight that was.
To be fair, yeah, he got 6th place. Remember, 6th place is all you need in order to get to the grand final. So technically, he is still okay with going on, but he definitely needs to get a top 3 showing to keep himself going.
Dude, 805, he needs no introduction. He's no hyping, because he's hyping himself up right now.
Something like
He's
that.
also rocking the Silver and Black Nation sweatshirt as well, representing the local home team. 805 is excited. Look at that's a man. That's the face of a man who had no idea he was going to make it to semifinals today. So
he's even shaking his head like, yeah, I didn't even believe it either.
Very excited.
And it looks like the second race of this first semi, we're going to Yoshi's Circuit. This one is the sandbagger track. We saw this happen, I think, a couple qualifiers ago. So, and like I said, this one is usually a lot of people who are front runners. So, who knows? Maybe someone might change it up and try to sandbag this one.
Let's take a look here. Also, a fun fact of the man that's on screen, Knight, right now. Knight actually went to high school with Mo Hurst.
I remember him mentioning that. Yeah, I was talking to him before we got started. He said he actually went to high school with him.
A very small world, but shout out to Knight in the building right now. Currently in 12th place. Could possibly be sandbagging, though.
No, he definitely is sandbagging this one. He's deliberately keeping himself in the back. That way he can use stars, bullet bills, and get himself to the top of the pack before the last lap is done. You see, though, that meanwhile at the front of the pack, you see Cheese currently on screen about 4th place, has triple mushroom work with, gets a new item work with as well. We'll see what happens. But now we see Funny Name currently in 1st. Funny Name, I believe, let's see, I'm looking on the scores, and Funny Name got 7th place the last race. So a top showing is something he definitely needs right now.
You see Kira right there, currently in 2nd place, has that banana peel to work with, a coin in the back pocket. Got some work to do as Digo is making a late charge, and there comes the shock, ruining everybody's fun. Digo picks up that rogue mushroom, runs over a couple of people on his way to 6th place.
And that does slow down the people you run over because it does force them to get squashed. And have you ever tried to drive with square tires?
No, I have not.
Yeah, pretty much that's what happens. You drive with square tires. It literally slows you down so much and you just don't move.
You see Bro right there currently in 2nd place, has that red shell to work with. Vonnie, though, is in 1st place, has the banana peel. Will it be enough as we go into the 3rd and final lap?
Well, remember, Vonnie is known for his front running, and that inward style bike is very hard to get him on the turns because the inward style bike allows him to drift so tight into the lines that it's near impossible to pass him up unless you're using a speed item on a wide end.
Kira right there dropping to 6th place, taking some damage, and there's the guy we were talking about earlier, Knight, and currently in 3rd place, moving up, moving along.
What I'm confused about is that he threw the red shell backwards instead of forward. He didn't throw it to attack Bro, he threw it backwards to bank for 3rd, which honestly I don't know how to feel about that, but you see that right now, Bro's in the lead, but Blue Shell coming into play.
Blue Shell comes in, taking the full brunt of it, dropping him to 2nd place. Knight taking advantage of that, and Knight is going to take 1st place.
And remember, Knight was the one who sandbagged. He literally started this race with a half-lap disadvantage and brought himself all the way up to the front at the last second. That is sandbagging in 101 right there.
Looks like, I believe that's Cruz and E over here. Oh, is it Morzilla?
It's Morzilla.
Oh, Morzilla's, I'm sorry, behind the monitor, but Morzilla did get 4th place.
4th place is still good. I mean, if you can keep that up, like I said, this could be a grand final spot.
Absolutely. Now, like we said in this one, instead of racing against everybody else for points, you're just racing against the 12 amongst you. The top 6 are moving on.
And right now, the roulette's about to get started for race number 3. I think we just have one person who's probably just changing his loadout real quick. Nope, now we got set up ready to go. Let the roulette start. And honestly, like I said, this is going to be interesting because I think Funny Name is, I think he's 2nd place overall right now from what I saw on the scoreboard. But let's see how far he goes. Looks like for race number 3. I see someone reacting in disapproval. I think that was Knight, or Cheese, just reacting like that because we are going to Excite Bike Arena for race number 3.
We've been here tonight already.
We have been here tonight already. I think last time we saw Glitch do a good job here, but Glitch is not in this semifinal.
He is not. Let's head on back. Let's see how this goes. And there's Funny Name, and now look at the loadout.
And yeah, that is the traditional meta loadout. That is Waluigi with the Wiggler and the Azure Rollers. This is the meta loadout. Like, Waluigi has one of the best top speeds to work with, but he's interesting. Funny Name's actually going to choose to sandbag this track.
Funny Name, I mean, really has no reason to do what he does. He's unpredictable, but at the end, it usually always pays off.
Usually, but let's see, because I mean, if people can try to catch on what Funny Name's doing, this could cost him.
Well, we'll see as we go into our 2nd lap now. Plenty of race to go. As you see, as you coined him, the 9-toed assassin Tigre right there. Hasn't done a Tigre lately, which was sneak up at the last second and basically steal 1st place from you.
I mean, to be fair, we are now in the semifinals. This is usually where we see Tigre really start making his moves. So I think this is where the silent assassin persona that we've known him for so long is going to start coming into effect here.
And here comes 805. The man, the underdog, the legend, a real story developing here. If he can actually do something out of it, there's 2 inches Mo, and here comes Kiro.
Kiro, I think he didn't realize the blue shell's coming to play because everyone else stopped in front of him and basically did the after you on Kiro. Ironic is Kiro's usually the one that tries to do the after you, but it just doesn't work for him. But you see the after you just hits him at the wrong place at the wrong time.
He went from 1st all the way back to 6th, but Bruh is getting the caster's curse a little bit here. Everybody is, this is chaos.
I know. I mean, that's why I call this Baby Park Senior, because it is so tight corners, similar to Baby Park. It's just a longer version of Baby Park instead with ramps to work with.
Well, it's working. You see 2 inches Mo right there, currently in 9th place. Has to fire off that red shell so he can slowly gain momentum. Everybody, there's items going left and right. No one is safe right now. Bruh is chasing down Tigre, though, currently in 1st place. And here comes the boo, but Tigre is able to hold on to just a coin.
He does have anything to work with, though. He's got to watch out as Tigre takes first.
Tigre
Second
snatches.
is Funny Name, who was sandbagging. And third was Bra.
The thumbs up from Tigre. He's good to go. Well done, Tigre. Taking a look at everybody else kind of around us. Let's give a shout out to On Deck Racers. If we call your name, you're in semifinal number 2. You need to head upstairs to the HyperX Hype Tunnel.
So we have Batter Cookie, Glitch, Jabeezy, Riding My Pidgey, Immortal Man, Geronimo, Sir 9, J-Dex, 13, Sports Joey, Riley, and Jinx.
Sports Joey needs to get on upstairs to the HyperX Hype Tunnel. I saw you taking pictures, Joey. That second semifinal is going to be a doozy. We'll get to that when we get there. It's exciting to see Geronimo back as well. And who is going to take home this special commemorative first place SNS plaque. Let's take a look at where we're going. We are going to the one and only Sweet Sweet Canyon.
For the second time tonight, I think we jinxed it because the qualifier, we had a different track every qualifier. Now semifinals, we are literally 3 for 3 on repeats.
Who knows? We might get a Baby Park if we're lucky. And,
I wish
and you
we
see
get a Baby Park
the
if we're
honey
lucky.
fountain over there, as it's been clarified. The gingerbread men cheering them on. The presents, the ice cream. Here we go.
And you see Big B on screen. He gets the item box. He's currently about 8th place. Has a red shell to work with. Not really the best item to work with, but at the same time, it can be either offensive or defensive with this, so it gives him a little more versatility.
See Knight right there, currently in 10th place. Has some work to do, but it's way, way, way early in the race. There's plenty of action to go around. There's 2 inches Mo trying to make a name for the household. They don't have an SNS championship yet. They don't have a plaque to hang above the door.
But you see, Bra, he did throw the red shell, and I think it hit Funny Name. You saw that Funny Name went from 1st all the way down to 8th because of that one red shell hit. Shows how tight this pack is because of it, too.
Funny Name currently in 8th place, slows down for a little bit. Cheese right now in 3rd place, fires off the mushroom, trying to make ground up as we go into that second lap. There's still 1 more lap to go. He's holding on to that mushroom. Somebody took some damage there.
I think he's just waiting for it. Yeah, he's going to fire it off to get the double item box. I thought he was going to obviously hold on to it until he gets to the pathing, because you can cut through the frosting this way, because that's kind of similar to using it with cutting the shortcut. He probably should hold for that blue shell, because I saw a blue shell explosion happen though.
And you see Cheese right now on screen in 6th place, having a little bit of damage right there, also bumping left and right.
You see Bra is right now on 1st, but you see he's also using his rear view cam. That's something not many people really utilize, that the rear view cam, see who's exactly behind them. You can also see what items could potentially have too. That way you can prepare for whatever they might try to do against you.
Bra right now in 1st place, Tigre in 4th, trying to track him down, holding onto that mushroom. Will he use it in that icing like you said? Or does he use it right here? Nope, he holds onto it, grabs the second item box, and there is Kiro.
Kiro, I think that he's the new Justice Movement. He has not gotten an SNS title yet, but he is definitely in the running for one. It's just a matter of how he can work with it. Probably got some damage early on. You see he gets hit by it. He might have to watch out for that proud play, but the front of it, you see Knight curling the lead, and Knight takes 1st place for this one.
Knight taking 1st place right there.
Second was 2 inches Mo, and 3rd was Vonnie.
All right. I'm taking a look over the shoulder of some people here as well. Unfortunately, 805 is all the way back in 11th place. 805 does have some work to do.
So I was looking unofficially, and it looked like 4th through, I want to say 8th, is a difference of 5 points. This is a super tight semifinal to go with. It is still anyone's game. If you're 7th or 8th, don't give up. A top 3 showing can jump you into the grand finals.
Absolutely. It is anybody's game still. What do we have? 3 more races?
I think we're on race number 5, so 2 more races.
Oh, 2 more races. All right. Well, let's get this thing going. The randomizer is up and running. Where
or maybe
are
race
we
number 4, I'm not sure. But
headed?
oh, finally a first-timer, but this is the Baggers Paradise track. We are going to dry desert.
Well, let's take a look and see who's going to be bagging. I bet you we'll at least have...
Oh, this is race number 5. Okay.
4.
You're thinking 4?
4 baggers.
I'm thinking 5th race 5.
Let's see.
Thinking 5 sandbaggers, and probably one of them's going to be Knight.
And
he is sandbagging. Look at that. He's just showing off, just going around the structures and going around the obelisks.
And even though he's out in the dirt, he's still above some people. If you take a look at that mini map, we got one, two, three.
You got it. It was 4. You're right.
We got 4 sandbaggers hanging out in the back, waiting for the better items to basically join the party late and cause the chaos.
Meanwhile, at the front of the pack, you see Vonnie on screen. He's fighting with one of the other Waluigi's. I don't remember who's in Pod 4 because they changed the names for the second semifinal on us.
He's got to be careful with with that green shell ricocheting left and right. As you see, Cheese on screen right now, currently in second place. But he gets that double mushroom, so he's got something to work with there. And there's Digo.
Digo is a newer name. I'm actually very impressed on how he's still holding his own to semifinals. I'm not sure where he is in regards to points, but if he can get a top 3 showing, let alone maybe a first place, that could get him into the grand finals, and we'll see how far he goes from here.
There's a true underdog story right there. 805, he's got work to do. If 805 can get a top 3 placement, he could make a case for himself to get into the grand final. Cheese right there, though, getting the Christmas combo. Oh, no, just kidding. A green shell and a mushroom, and what's he doing?
I honestly have no idea. I have no idea why he was doing that. He literally was on a one-on-one fight with him and Vonnie. But he throws it away to sandbag in the middle of the race.
Mid-bagging.
Yeah, that's a light sandbag. Like, that's not even a full sandbag. Like, staying in last. Like, he literally just joining the rest of the pack.
Maybe he's taking a look at the pack, seeing how nice and clustered it is, said, hey, if I drop back, I can still have a chance, but get better at it.
That's not the time to do it. In the semifinals and race number 5, no. That is not the time to do it.
Well, we'll see if his decision does pay off. You got Vonnie right now currently in first place. Has that green shell to work with. Bruh right behind him in second.
But a blue shell is coming to play, and that's going to slow down Vonnie a lot because he does not have anything to defend himself with. He's going to take the full hit of it because of it.
And he still gets to hold on to his green shell, though. Grabs a banana.
But he honestly got shot at the best time because he got shot before the item boxes, but the red shell does slow him down immensely, and here comes the pack.
And here comes the chaos. Here comes the party. There's
and Digo's right now in the lead.
Go, Digo!
Digo, the newcomer, getting first place. This could be big for him. The boomerang, he does the boomerang.
Wow.
Digo takes first.
Digo taking first place. Well done,
Well,
Digo.
Second was Funny Name, and third, that was Pod 3. I'm not sure who Pod 3 is right now. But wow, Digo taking it first.
Well done, Digo. The newcomer, this is not easy. Digo's obviously learning that, but getting a first place in a semifinal is a very impressive feat.
Absolutely. I would love to see. I'm not sure where he is in regards to points. That first place could keep him going. And honestly, we still have one more race to go, and we'll have to see how far he goes from there.
We're about to go into our 6th and final race. Before we do that, let's give a shout out to the on-deck racers in semifinal number 2.
So we have Batter Cookie, Glitch, Jabeezy, Riding My Pidgey, Immortal Man, Geronimo, Sir 9, Jadex, 13, Sports Joey, Riley, and Jinx. If I call your name, y'all better be at the high tunnel because after this last race, we are going straight to it.
You heard it. We're going straight into it. The randomizer is up. The randomizer is going, and we are headed to Sherbert Land.
Sherbert Land is a very tricky track because, I mean, you're driving in the snow. I think that's probably the best way to put it. You're driving in the snow, and there's literally freezies around, which those icicles with the faces on them. If you can touch them, it's like getting hit by a shell. It does slow you down a lot if you touch one of those.
Well, let's see where we end up here. As you see, Digo right now currently on screen, dropping back to 10th place. Was that intentional?
I honestly don't know because usually Sherbert Lane is about a 50-50 track. Yeah, I mean, you can't. Usually the more ideal move would be to front run it, but you can sandbag it and do a good job. We've seen people do that in the past. So maybe this is his strategy. I'm not 100% sure.
See Vonnie on screen right there. As you jump over to Funny Name, what is Funny Name doing?
He's sandbagging and he changed his loadout because I'm looking at the scores. Even if Funny Name gets dead last, he is guaranteeing himself a spot at the grand finals, which means he will be defending his title for the 3rd week in a row at this race.
It looks like Funny Name is doing a little bit of experimentation, mixing it up there, seeing what else he can do with what he has got going.
You see Kira on screen. He misses the item boxes, which means he has no defense to work with. He's got to be very careful in this scenario. Big B gets hit by a green shell. He goes from 3rd all the way back down to 11th. And you see Cheese on screen right now in 4th place with a revolving mushroom. He's probably going to fire it off and get the single item box right back here, or maybe just hold it and try to pocket it.
You got Cheese right now currently in 4th place. Has that mushroom holding on to it. 2 inches Mo getting into the mix, but gets dragged by a green shell.
And you see he goes from 4th down to 9th so quickly, but you see that right now Tigre is in the lead, and he's fighting with, I believe, Kiro for the top spot starting this final lap.
Tigre currently has that red shell as we go into the 3rd and final lap.
And you see that Tigre is in a very solid state with double red to work with in first place, basically meaning that if you pass Tigre, you're going to get punished for it.
And Kira right now currently in 2nd has a coin, but look who it is. It's Knight firing off the green shells behind him, trying to cause a little chaos, has a mushroom in one hand. What's he going to have in the back pocket? It's going to be a boomerang.
So I think right now Knight's strategy is just to bank himself 3rd place. That way he can guarantee himself a top 3 slot and also neglect people from getting a spot, like a competitive spot in the grand finals. Meanwhile, at the front, Tigre still has that double red. He loses the both actually to the boo, but that's going to be fine because that guarantees Tigre 1st place. 2nd, it looks like Kiro's still crawling for 2nd. Kiro does get 2nd, and 3rd is Pod 10. That is Bruh.
Bruh coming in last with 2nd with the bullet bill that catapulted him all the way to 3rd place.
Bruh just barely made it to the grand finals. Let's see. So Bruh's guaranteed to the grand finals. I'm trying to see. I think Knight made it. Funny Name made it. Pods 1, Pods 5, Pods 3. That's a lot of the top spots, honestly.
Let's take a look at those highlights.
That sounds good to me. Put them up. Thank you. So you see that 2 inches Mo, he got the first place at Water Park. What was interesting about this qualifier is that a lot of them were repeat tracks, and then I guess I cast a cursor to make sure we had new tracks where in races 5 and 6. But Bruh, you saw Bruh had a good portion of 1st place, and that blue shell slowed him down so much out of the top 3, allowing Knight to take 1st place at Yoshi Circuit because of it.
And you see Kira right there, unfortunately having to deal with that blue shell, dropping him from 1st all the way back to 8th. Bruh, though, again, taking damage at the last second, but slowly claws his way back into it. Tigre, though, able to get 1st, the 9-toed assassin.
I think Tigre is one of the bigger names to work out with, too, so we'll see how far he goes. Knight getting another 1st place at Sweet Canyon as well. I think Knight, Tigre, and Funny were the big 3 names to look out for in this semifinal. Cheese was also doing a solid job. The blue shell really just messed up Vonnie on this one, though, in Dry Desert.
Sure did. That's all right, though. Vonnie was still able to have a respectable finish as Digo, the newcomer, getting 1st place there. I'm not sure if he's laughing or if that's relief.
I don't know, but you see, Bruh, I'm kind of surprised that Bruh has so much punishment to deal with in his semifinal alone, but he still managed to crawl himself all the way back to 3rd place in Sherberland because of it, and I think because that he did get 6th place overall, so we go in the grand finals. I think after we do have the score, so I say we just figure it out.
Well, let's put them up. Let's get the official numbers on right now.
So 1st place was Knight with 63 points. 2nd was Tigre with 59. 3rd is Funny Name with 55. 4th is Vonnie with 48. 5th is Kira with 43. 6th is Bruh with 41. So that is our 6 going on to the grand finals. Mozilla 7th with 38. 8th was Digo with 36. 9th was 2 inches Mo with 32. 10th was Cheese 31, and a tie for 11th between Big B and 805 with 23 points. But what's interesting to look at is that it looked like 5th through 8th was just only a difference of 7 points. It was actually pretty tight-knit between those four.
It was definitely very close, and unfortunately 805's night does end. He's probably hanging out with Frankie now, getting the tap going. Again, shout out to production doing everything they do. Look at Cam right there, using the camera on himself. Look at that. Oh, that is Cameron, the one and only. I mean, that's just pure talent right there. That is just pure talent. Look at that. Just he controls it, can zoom in on himself, makes his own facial expressions. Look at your facial expressions. You don't even know what to make of it.
I'm lost, confused, and scared.
It's
rivals Vonnie's stare.
It's simple to say that production is having a good time today, and when they're having a good time, we're having a good time. We're getting this thing up. We're getting this thing rolling. We're almost going to have an interview also with the newcomer, Mr. Digo himself. We're going to dig into him and see basically who this person is. We don't know much about him.
I'm honestly interested to see because, like I said, Digo did an incredible job. Like, he actually held his own in the semifinals, taking a first place nonetheless too. It's just, like I said, he was just maybe one race too low, and that's what forced him out of the grand finals.
All right, well, let's jump on over to the one and only Digo. Digo, now I'm going to ask you to put that mic nice and close to you because you do have the mask on and whatnot, but we don't know you, so give us a little bit, tell us your name, where you're from, a little bit about yourself.
You can bring it closer.
Yeah, you want to
bring the mic closer. You can pull the mic closer.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
My name is Diego. Diego. Friends call me Diego. Where I'm from really is California. I come from California, Apple Valley City.
All right, now Diego, what are you doing in Vegas this weekend?
Just came here with my parents. Nothing much, but like I knew about the whole luxury hotel, and found this place out.
And is this your first time here, Diego?
Second.
This is your second time here. Okay, so what do you think about the HyperX Esports Arena?
Wait, can you say that again? Sorry.
I said, what do you think about our arena here? Do you like it?
It's pretty.
It's pretty
Pretty pog.
It's a good time. You obviously played Mario Kart, man. For a first timer, it is not easy to get into the semifinals here. It is a very difficult thing. You did it, buddy. So that is definitely something to be proud of. Do you play a lot of Mario Kart?
Not really. It's not my prioritized game. Usually I focus more on the Smash Brothers Ultimate. That's my main title that I prioritize in.
Well, buddy, you did very well today, so it's nothing to be shy about. Definitely something to be proud of. Will we be seeing more of you here? Are you going to make more appearances?
Probably, maybe. We'll see. Depends.
And after you did get a first place finish, though. You did get a first place finish. The camera was on you. Were you laughing? Were you relieved? What was that?
I was just in disbelief because I got really lucky on that.
Hey man, that's Mario Kart. It's a good bit of skill, but it's a little bit of luck, and luck rolled your way. You did get a first place, so buddy, that is nothing to be down about. Unfortunately, your night is over. However, you did a very good job, an incredible showing. We hope to see more of you. Last but not least, you want to give a shout out to anybody?
My brother Lewis and one of my friends named Charlie.
All right, well, shout out to Lewis and Charlie. Digo, thank you for joining us, man. We will hopefully see more of you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes semifinal number 1. Semifinal number 2 is coming up after a short commercial break, brought to you by the one and only Findlay Volkswagen down at the Valley Auto Mall. And we are back with semifinal number 2. We have quite the roster in this one as well. Let's take a look at it. Let's go over it one by one.
All right, so we have Batter Cookie, Glitch, Jabeezy, Riding My Pidgey, Immortal Man, Geronimo, Sir 9, Jadex, 13, Sports Joey, Riley, and Jinx.
Let's go down.
Very interesting one, honestly.
One by one. We got Batter Cookie.
So Batter Cookie, I guess he's the next child prodigy, considering he's been doing leaps and bounds of improvement now over the past 2 or 3 months since he made his debut back in, I want to say, August, September. He's been doing an incredible job and starting to become grand finals consistently. Second best score overall in the qualifiers tonight, too.
Next up, we got Glitch.
What isn't there say left about Glitch? Glitch is the 18-time champion. This guy knows everything about this game and then some. He is going to be the biggest threat in this semifinals, and most would say a shoo-in to go to the grand finals.
Next up, Jabeezy.
I think Jabeezy is going to be the wild card in this one. Like, he really surprised me, getting in 6th overall, and like as far as points go. Very good job overall. Now, the question is, can he keep this momentum up in the semifinals?
Next up, riding my Pidgey.
Our player profile of the week and a 2-time SNS champion in his own right. The justice segment has been over and done. He just wants to add more to his collection and evolve his Pidgeys into the Pidgeots.
Just dancing with absolutely no music going on. Immortal Man.
Immortal Man, one of the SRG representatives in one of our younger races as well. Having some trouble drinking his water, though, as you can tell. But he is also, what is he having a shirt?
Oh, what's the shirt? What's the shirt? What do we got? It is...
Eating is a meal. Okay.
Does that say eating is a meal?
Eating is a meal.
All right. Well, okay. All right. I get that. Moving on. Geronimo.
The best wing in Vegas himself. And, hey! A semifinal swing. Oh, I feel so fuzzy now.
We haven't seen this guy in forever.
And not, to be fair, Geronimo, you can't let the wing fool you. He is, I believe, a 4-time SNS champion. So he is very deadly on the track. And he has shown improvement. I've seen his streaming. He's doing a great job on his streaming, honestly. And it shows on the track.
Next up, Sir 9.
Sir 9 is a former SS champion. He is the wily veteran of this of these 12. He is always going to be a bit of a dark horse this one because of him being more of a, like I said, more experienced one. But with all these newcomers coming up, can Sir 9 step up against newcomers? That is the biggest question we have to deal with.
Next up, the striker himself, J-Dex.
Fun fact about J-Dex, the striker, he actually gifted me a bowling ball that was supposed to be, I guess, for our showdowns, but he decided just to give me the bowling ball anyway, and he has been doing a great job as well. What's interesting is that he changed his loadout from the inward style bike to the usual Wiggler loadout. So you see he has a bit of hiccups here and there, but he's still keeping his own.
Next up, 13.
13, the plague doctor of SNS. I guess a unofficial member of the Mo House. I'm not 100% sure, to be perfectly honest, but honestly, he's been doing leaps and like batter cookie. He's been getting better and better as more time passes by, and he's starting to become more of a grand finals contender.
The man with the most interesting mask in Vegas. And next up, Sports Joey.
Sports Joey.
Sports Joey.
All right, I'll be serious. He is an XRG representative, and he's actually starting to make improvements as well. He's actually starting to become more consistent in the semifinals, but he is going to have to deal with a lot of these more intimidating racers. Now, can he avenge over that? That's going to be the biggest question for him.
Next up, my guy, Riley.
Riley Riley had to get out of a tiebreaker to get where he's at, too. So he's got a lot of men to go with, and he's going to be a wild card as well alongside Jabizi. I really want to see how far he can go.
And the more Riley shows up, the more fans he gets week after week. So well-deserved. And last but certainly not least, Jinx.
Jinx is definitely the front runner for having the first female champion of SNS for 2021. Unfortunately, we didn't have a female champion in 2020. I want to see if she can do it, and she is in contention for the long run achievement if she can get out of the semifinals.
We would love to see it. That is our 12 final semifinalists. Let's get this thing going, man.
All right, roulette's getting started, and honestly, this is going to be hard to predict who's going to go into grand finals because the wild cards could throw everything off. And it looks like for the first race on the second semi for the second time tonight, Electrodrome.
Electrodrome. Is it drone or no? It's
drone. D-R-O-M-E. Like drone, but with an M for some reason. I don't know what a drome is.
It might have something to do with like musical notes or something.
Maybe.
All right, let's get this thing going.
And shout out to Run5K in the chat. Apparently, we actually didn't have a female champion in 2019 either. So
really?
If we do get a female champion, it'd be the first one in almost 2 years.
Man, well, we're waiting for it. We'd love to see it. It could happen tonight. Let's get this thing going. Race number 1, and we start out with Geronimo on screen.
And you see Geronimo, he was in 7th. He started bumping people with his green shells, now bringing them back to about 3rd place. Jinx is currently in first. You saw how smart that was. She used her rear view cam and saw that Geronimo was about to throw the green and dodges out of the way because of it, and also sets herself up for a double item box because of it too.
He got Glitch right now on screen who fell off.
No, not only that, knowing Glitch, he's sandbagging Electrodrome.
I mean, Glitch is the man who has possibly the highest amount of skill in this arena, so if anybody can do it, it's Glitch.
To be fair, Glitch is also the most winning SNS racer that we have here. He is an 18-time SNS champion.
So as you see, 13, though, right now on screen, only has a coin to work with, currently in second place. Geronimo, though, falling off.
That was intentional, though, because he saw the blue shells coming into play, and he knew that recovering from taking a dive is actually faster than getting hit by a blue shell. So he intentionally takes that hit. Batter Cookie, unfortunately, taking the turn way too tight, draws him all the way back down to 10th because of it.
But still backs up and says, hey, you know what, let me grab some couple more items and let's hit the road as we go into the second lap, almost into the third lap, as Riding My Pidgey is trying to chase down Riley.
And you see Riley, remember, he had to get a tiebreaker. Now he's in first on the last lap, but a blue shell's coming to play. He's going to be very careful.
And unfortunately, that blue shell is going to target Riley. Does he grab an item box?
He gets
does.
2 item boxes. He was stopped in front of those item boxes, but the shot forced him to drop his items as quickly as he got them.
And 13 right now, still currently in first place, but like you said, had to drop the items. Currently, almost everybody is itemless on screen right now as Ride My Pidgey is trying to get into the mix as they go into the item boxes.
And you see Pidgey right now in fifth, gets double item box with Red and Mushroom. Glitch managed to bounce back and is now in first place because of it.
Glitch right now currently in first place, has the mushroom to work with, has a coin in the back pocket. We talked about it earlier. This man is an 18-time champion. He is the greatest of the greats when it comes to SNS. And that is another first place finish.
Proving it right there, also taking first place. Second, I believe, was Riding My Pidgey. And third, I want to say, was 13.
13, all right. Well, getting into the mix, taking a look at who is where, who is what, where is why, and we are about to get ready for our second race. Now, like we said, this is the semifinal, so there is 6 races. What happened over there? Your sound?
His headset. He can't hear anything.
Oh, well, we don't, that's fine. That's
to be
fine.
fair, he got third with a bad headset, though. Just saying.
I mean, you don't have to hear anything.
You don't need to hear.
Yeah, I mean,
use your eyes. That's why you have 2 of them.
Now, I do recall 2 weeks ago, who was the one that was having all the issues on the controller and the system? Was it you? Was it you? Uh-huh. Nope, it was 100% you. It was 100% you.
I think it was him.
It was. 13's now been causing problems for 3 weeks, so...
Maybe that's why it's called 13, just bad luck for all this technicalities.
Right, and we're still waiting on 13. Oh, finally, 13 is done.
So let's see, Red Nigga Jackie says the only time we had a female champion was SNS 9. And that was on October 12, 2018. That was Cherry receiving that win, and that was only your second week here.
So we've only had one.
We've only had one, apparently, and it was just Cherry.
All right, well, let's get this thing started. Race number 2, we're going to Big Blue.
One of my favorite tracks, honestly.
Why is it your favorite track?
Because look at the aesthetic behind it. It's based on F-Zero, and it's a beautifully well-made track. It's also one of the special tracks. Do you know why it's special, Nor?
Because this is a section-based track.
Ding, 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 you are right.
It is not laps, it is sections. There's 3 sections to go. Now, what makes the sections different?
Now, the way it works is that instead of it being 3 laps where you see everything 3 times, you see everything only once. It is a start-to-finish style kind of track, which means when someone drops banana peels, you won't see those banana peels for the rest of the race, which can really help you out depending on who you are.
And you don't get lapped if you're just sitting back in 12th place. But this is the semifinals. You got to have a certain level of skill to get here, so I don't see anybody getting lapped out of here.
And right now you see Sir 9 is first place, but he's also being tailed by J-Dex. And you see they're both using no item shortcuts. I think Sir 9 didn't fall off, but he's going to fall this here. But, J-Dex taking a little too much to the left. You saw how quickly he dropped from 2nd to 7th because of it.
Yep, you see everybody riding the river. Down the river they go. It is nice and tight, as you see right now. 13 in 5th place. Sir 9, though, currently in first, has a green shell and a sound horn to work with.
Some solid defense work with. Not only that, he dodges the red shell somehow. I have no idea how he's able to do that, to be perfectly honest.
Riley, though, currently in 3rd place, fighting for 4th, has a red shell to work with. He can see all 3 places in front of him, one of them being Batter Cookie, grabbing that double item box with a red shell and a banana peel to work with, and somebody just landed in front of him.
And that was Sir 9 using some no item shortcuts, which is very smart to do on this track. You see he's taking tight lines, he's got the defense, and Sir 9 takes first place.
Sir 9 taking first place, a nice little golf clap to himself saying, I approve of what
More
I
face
just
than
did.
More free than TurboTax. Wow.
More free than Turbo.
And I thought I was a trash talker.
All right, I like it. Who else? What do we got around
I think
here?
second was Batter Cookie. I couldn't see who got third, though.
Unfortunately, Sports Joey did finish up in last there. That's all right, though. There's still 4 more races to go. 4 more races to go, Joey. You got plenty of time to get back into it.
I'm trying to be nice.
Now, what do we got coming up next? Hopefully, it's Baby Park.
I would love to see some more Baby Park, to be perfectly honest. Like, I just want to see some chaos.
The random
Now,
is
is it
up.
going to happen? I doubt it.
The randomizer's up. The randomizer's going.
And we're in race number 3 of the second semifinal, and we're going to Wario Stadium.
Wario Stadium is nice and fair. You see you can hear a little bit of trash talk going on stage. We are just a big old family here, aren't we?
Probably one of the most dysfunctional families I know.
I mean, do you know a regular functional family? I don't. I mean, we're
No.
all a little bit dysfunctional.
Regular, you mean boring?
Exactly. This is never boring here. As you got Riley on screen right now.
And you saw Riley was third pole position. That answers my question. Who got third? Third was Riley.
I would love to see Riley move on to the grand final. He's well deserved. He's gaining fans in the stadium. I know he's got supporters over by the bar too, so let's see if Riley can make these moves tonight.
But he's got to try to pass up Sir 9 right now. Sir 9 is in the lead. You see he's taking the tightest cut possible, even hopping over the corners because of it. And meanwhile, behind him, though, you see Glitch. I think he's fighting with Riley for the top 3 spots right now.
And Glitch right now, currently in second place, has the double banana and red shell to work with. Those are 3 items you do not want to see Glitch with.
No.
Because he knows what to do with them.
And you see Jinx currently on screen in 7th place, fires the Fire Flower forward, trying to slow some people down. You see that right now, she's still stuck in the mid-pack, but Glitch is right now in the lead, and it ain't matters worse, he has a red shell in tow.
And Jinx does have some work to do. She wants to get back into the mix. Geronimo there, the man who's taken some time off, but as you said, his streams are doing very well. So can he turn those into wins here at the HyperX Esports Arena? As you see, Ride My Pidgey currently in second place, chasing down what looks to be Glitch in first right now.
I'm not surprised it's Glitch. We see he does release the banana peel a second too late. That way the double item box only grants him 1 item because of it. But Sir 9 is right behind him. But no, the Fire Flower slows down Sir 9 down to 7th place because of it.
Sir 9 trying to hold on. As you see, Glitch in first place. He doesn't have any defense, though. Glitch has to be careful, has to get himself safely to the next item box.
But you see he's going to be just fine. He's going to flip the coin. You see that Pidgey's going to throw the red. He does lose the banana peel to the Boo, and he only gets a single item box because of all that, too.
He missed the double item box there. As you see, Jabeezy taking some punishment, and if you hear some more punishment, that's Sports Joey in 10th place right now. Glitch, though, currently in first. Doesn't get the coin as well as that banana peel. He's got to avoid another banana peel as he's in the third and final lap. The finish line is in his sights.
And Glitch is getting first place in race number 3. Meanwhile, looking at the rest of the pack, there is literally silver medal fighting going on for second place. And I'm going to see, I think second, I want to say it's maybe Sir 9, who's in pod 5. And third was 13.
All right, 13 still in the mix right there. I'm taking a look at Jinx. She's back in 9th right now. And looks like Riley is currently in 6th. So he is above the bubble.
We're only halfway done, and that bubble can burst if he messes up. So he's not out of the woods just yet.
I think the AC is on right now.
It is a bit cold. Like, I kind of need my sweatshirt now. Like,
the wind is coming. That's all right, though. We like to keep it nice and cold in here because I know the racers are getting heated up. As we see the randomizer, it's going to stop, and looks like we are headed to
Swamp Ruins. Now, this one is definitely a front-runner track. Like, yeah, there are some shortcuts here and there, but they're not enough to compensate sandbagging. No English, though. He's going to sandbag because I said that.
And this is also a track we haven't seen tonight. So finally we have a little bit of new scenery. Let's get this thing going. We're going to start out with Jadex.
Oh, it looks like Jadex started in the back of the pack, which means that he did not do very well at Wario Stadium. And you see that everyone is going to almost everyone's front running. Who's sandbagging?
I mean,
Jinx is sandbagging this track.
All right, Jinx hanging out back here, doing a little something different, going against the grain. Let's see if it does work for her as she takes the shortcut right there. Has that triple mushroom to work with as well, but still sitting in 12th place.
And you see Riding My Pidgey currently in second. I believe he's chasing up Glitch right now, but he has a red shell to work with. He's probably going to hold it for defense, be a little more conservative about it. Immortal Man on screen currently in 3rd place, and he uses all his defense up, gets triple banana and a sound horn in 3rd.
Immortal Man right now currently in third place. He's got some work to do, though, but like you said, triple banana, sound horn. He's dumping off things left and right as Batter Cookie, currently in third place, grabs a boomerang.
But you see that Geronimo, I think he used a slipstream or maybe a drifting to pass up, use the no-item shortcut on the ramp. But that's just a lot. You see that Pidgey right now in second. Blue Shell coming to play. That is going to be coming after Glitch, and he's going to take the full hit of it.
Now, do you have to aim the boomerang, or is it heat-seeking and it goes where it needs to?
You have to aim it. It's a straight shot every time.
So it's similar to the green shell then?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's exactly the green shell. Like, the first 2 times, it goes like maybe like 3 car lengths up and then goes back, and then second time around, 3 car lengths goes back, and then it just goes ahead on the third time around.
And then how many times can you use it?
3.
Okay.
I just said 3.
As you see, Batter Cookie right there, currently in fourth place, has that green shell to work with. How will he use it? He's got to use it for defense right now. As in first place, right on my Pidgey with a mushroom and triple green.
But tailing Pidgey was Glitch and Geronimo, but Glitch may have got hit by an item, and now it's just Geronimo trying to catch up to Pidgey at this rate.
Geronimo picking up where he left off. I mean, last time we saw him, what, a few months ago?
It's been, I think we haven't seen him since Saturday Fright Speedway on Halloween.
That might be true. He might have taken that loss pretty tough because he did lose to Batter
Bullet Bill.
He sure did.
Even though his power line, and like I said, I voted for Geronimo's power line on personally.
He had an incredible costume. That is true.
But you see that? Wait! No, Pidgey takes it.
He holds on. Pidgey is able.
And there's the Pidgey shuffle.
To hold
Second
on.
was Jinx, and third was 13.
Jinx, who was sandbagging, she needed that. Are we going? We're going. Oh,
Right, you gotta go. There you go.
There we go.
That,
Is this
and
it?
then that.
This is it.
And then that.
This is it.
Can you do it also stand out?
Look at this.
Can you do it also stand out? Okay, I don't know. I need 2 Sandows, I guess, for my version to work for
I'm
it.
trying to take a look to see where Jinx is standing because she had work to do, but a second place finish is definitely going to help her out.
And sandbagging in Swamp Ruins is not an easy thing to do, so I'm actually very impressed that she did a great job on what's known to be a front-runner track.
Looks like whoever's in that 6th pod needs to select random for us.
I have no idea who that is, and we're hoping that they can listen and say that they're ready to go. Who is in pod 6?
It is it Batter Cookie?
No, because it's updates on who's
There we
in
go.
first top 6.
There we go.
We're in race number 5? Race number 5.
Yes.
Yeah, race number 5, and right now we're going to be going to Sunshine Airport for the second time tonight.
All right, let's do it. Let's head on over to Sunshine Airport. Who is going to join the likes of Bruh, Kiro, Vani, Funny Name, Tigray, and Knight in our grand final? 5th race is Sunshine Airport.
Well, unofficially, I believe Pidgey is one of the point leaders alongside Glitch and 13. The other spots can really go to anyone else this rate, though. You see that Pidgey is currently about 4th or 5th place, stuck in mid-pack, but he has a red shell to work with.
He's got a red shell to work with, but again, it's very, very early. The pack is nice and tight. Nothing can be determined right now. However, you got to be careful and try to maneuver your way out of it and not fall too far back.
And you see that, I don't know who that was that just got hit. I was looking at the screen a moment. You saw that 13. I think he tagged Pidgey with the green shell as he was going up the glider section.
13 right now, currently in first place. Hit that double item box. As you see, Jadex right now, though, holding down in first place, second place, but currently itemless.
Jadex right now is overall, I believe, 9th or 10th with 20 points. But to be fair, Sir 9 is 5th with 30 points. So a first place here actually could have him steal a spot for the grand finals if he does go well on both this and the next race.
Geronimo's got to pick it up. He's in that back half right now. Sports Joey's also got to pick it up. As you heard him screaming, he's not doing too well back there, but look at 13.
13 has been doing a great job. Like I said, you see he's in second place right now. He's chasing up Sir 9, but Sir 9 has nothing to work with going up this glider section. He's got to also watch out for that blue shell that's coming around the turn.
He's got to grab that double item box. Hopefully he can get something. Does he? He does not.
He does not. He's going to try to land. He does land in time. He's going to be just fine. And the red shell does not hit him either, but he is in second place as Jinx passed up Sir 9.
Jinx has work to do because right now she is not in the top 6. However, a proper placement will get her up there. As you see, Jinx right now in first place has the Christmas combo.
I was going to say that right now Jinx is 7th place with 27 points, but she's only 1 point behind Riley, who's in 6th place right now. You see that both are fighting for a top 3 slot. Blue shall go to play, and that is going after Jinx.
Oh, no.
And she gets hit in the... Wait, no! I think she dodged it.
Did she?
I think he dodged him, but the banana peel gets hit, and Sir 9 gets hit as well.
Jinx currently in third. Jinx and Riley are the story. They have to make it up for it. They got us finish in that top half. There's Riley right now in first place. Currently itemless. He sees the finish line.
There's Pod 5 as well. Riley takes first.
Riley takes first. Looks like Jinx is going to...
Oh, she fell back to 8.
Oh, no. That's all right. We got one more race, right?
We got one more race left to go, but Riley taking that first. It doesn't guarantee him, but it keeps him very well secure in the grand finals. As long as he doesn't get in the bottom 3 in this last race, he's going to be just fine and cruising to the grand finals
tonight. It does
tonight.
keep him alive. You saw him smiling right there as the mask fell off for just a second. He put it right back on.
I think he was getting a drink. That's why.
You got to select random. Whoever's in pod 6, changing some things up.
Pod 6, I believe that's Geronimo. Yeah, that is Geronimo. So he's changing his loadout. He's changing to Roy Koopa, his heavyweight character.
Not sure what pod 7 is doing.
I think he's looking at the replay, maybe.
There
I'm not 100% sure. The roulette is starting, and we are on the final race in this second semifinal. And we are going to DK Jungle.
Haven't been here today.
Yeah, we have not been here today. And to be fair, this is probably Pidgey's best track. Every time we've seen DK Jungle with riding my Pidgey, he has almost always been in the top 3 in this track.
Taking a look at the standings right now, and right now we might have a tie for 6th place, so... Man, it's going to be nice and close. It's going to be nice and close, but Riley has moved up. He does have to still finish strong, though, if he wants to confirm his spot.
I agree. Right now, unofficially, is a tie for 6 between Batter Cookie and Sir 9 with 34. But right behind both of them are Jinx with 32 and Geronimo with 28. Any of those 4 can steal that last 6th place slot, depending on what happens here in this final race.
All right, let's get things started. Right now, you got Sir 9 currently sitting in 3rd place. Looks like, is everybody itemless? Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's pretty much itemless, which is surprising because I think maybe they just had exhausted their items or because there was no shock that happened. And you see Pidgey gets tagged by 13's green shell right on the side where the banana peel didn't defend, but 13 did throw that red shell at that one Waluigi and allowed Pidgey to regain the lead.
Currently, Pidgey right now in 1st place. Jadex has a lot of work to do back in 7th place. Might not be able to make it into the grand final, but he can definitely spoil it for somebody else.
To be fair, if Jadex gets a first here, he actually has a chance, but as low a chance it is, it's still a chance nonetheless.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There is a chance.
And Jabizu right now currently in 2nd place has a mushroom and a red shell to work with. The whining you heard was Sports Joey, unfortunately taking a bit of damage, falling all the way back to 10th. There's Sports Joey again, taking some more damage as we jump over to 13, currently in 3rd place right now, has a red shell to work with.
And that red shell is probably going to hold it for defense because right now, unofficially, 13 is 2nd place overall with 48 points. He's more than guaranteed himself to the grand finals. You saw Jabizi be the target of the blue shell, though, and allowed Jinx to take the lead here.
Go on, Jinx. Go on, Jinx. Hold on to that sound horn. Currently in 1st place as we start that 3rd and final lap. She grabs that double item box. And, oh, man, look at Glitch, though. What does he have?
Glitch was sandbagging the start of this race, and now he's in 2nd place with a star. And now he's going to start chasing up Jinx because of it.
Glitch, obviously, with that star coming right up Jinx's tail. I'm trying to say both of them at once. Jinx is firing off that sound horn saying, get away from me. I got my green shell.
And Jinx takes first!
Jinx taking 1st place. She needed Glitch. She needed that. Where's Riley at?
Riley got 9th. This could twist up the scores.
Oh, this is definitely going to twist up the scores. Riley's
and let's see.
Got to be.
Jinx makes it! Jinx makes it! Jinx doing the long run is going to the grand finals.
I want to say Riley could be moving on as well. We're going to calculate that. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back after a short commercial break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the SNS's finest right now. Our grand final is being made up of 6 more. We're basically kind of configuring those scores. We do have highlights, though, so let's take a look at those highlights real quick.
So you see that Geronimo, he did switch to his Roy loadout, and Powder Cookie just had a bit of a problem on that one. You saw he was taking the turn way too tight. It fell off. Riley, he really fought for this one, and like I said before, yeah, Riley, I think, tied with Jinx for 5th. So both those two people are going on. And considering that Riley had to go out of a tiebreaker to get where he's at, and Jinx had to go out of the second chance to get where she's at, kudos to both of them, to be perfectly honest.
Absolutely, and Sir9 right there showing what he does best. He did get a first place right there. Unfortunately, we're not sure if he did enough to get through, but he said more free than TurboTax.
I think they took offense to it because he saw what happened to Sir9 after all that. Sir9 getting hit pretty badly at Wario Stadium, and allowed Glitch to dominate at Wario Stadium because of this.
You could say he had to pay the tax immediately after, as you saw Glitch dominating, as you said. Immortal Man right there, we saw a quick clip of Glitch right there, had to take that blue shell, but it did not phase the champ, as you see Ride My Pidgey fighting for that first place. You see the relief on his face, and goes immediately into the shuffle.
And you saw the Pidgey shuffle. I think he is the point leader for this one. And Pidgey also just bashing people with his red shells when he could. Geronimo, unfortunately, was on the other side of that, just being the bash G. And the blue shell, again, hitting Sir9, having to pay the toll and having to pay his taxes because of it, as Riley took first place at Sunshine Airport.
You said it right. We do have the final scores, though, so as we round out this last DK jungle race, as Jinx, you see the relief on her face. She knew she had to do it. She executed, and let's see if it was enough. Let's put up the final scores, and bam, you see it right there.
First is Pidgey with 60 points. Second is 13 with 57. Third was Glitch with 54. Fourth was Immortal Man with 50. And a tie for 5th between Riley and Jinx with 47. So that's our top 6. The second half of the grand finals right there. But literally by 3 points, Sir9 was 7th with 44. 8th was Batter Cookie with 39. 9th was J-Dax with 33. 10th was Geronimo with 30. 11th was Jabeezy with 21. And the back of the pack was Sports Joey with 10.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, big shout out to Jinx. She had to get first. That was the only way she did it. And she got first. She made it through. She's going to the grand final. Speaking of grand final, these are the racers. If we call your name, please head on upstairs. It is Bruh, Kiro, Vonnie951, Funny Name, Tigray, Knight, Riding My Pidgey, 13, Glitch, Immortal Man, Riley, and Jinx. If we called your name, head on upstairs to the HyperX Hype Tunnel. You are in the grand final. We do have an interview with the girl who came through in the clutch, the one and only Jinx. Jinx, how you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, honestly, considering how bad this night was for me. I mean, I'm just chilling. I'm in finals now, so I don't care.
Exactly, you're in the grand finals. I gotta ask, why do you have $10 in your hand?
Oh, right. 805 lost a bet. He said that Karma was going to make it to finals, and I was not. And here we are, on top of the world.
Yeah!
Shout out to 805 for losing his bet.
There's nothing better than free money. The only thing better than free money is 805's money. So shout out to 805. Well done, Jinx. Jinx, you had to get first place in that very last race, otherwise you would not have made it. You knew you were a little bit further behind. What was the mindset going to that final race?
I mean, I'm just being honest. DK Jungle, it's either you have good lines or you can just go back and get good items. I mean, that's kind of what I did. I think Glitch did too when it came down to the final, 2 of us. He tried to green me out, but I knew what he was going to do, so I just horned him.
Well, whatever you did, it absolutely worked. So congratulations, Jink. You took the long route, but you are in the grand final. Again, we're looking for our first female champion for the
Coming
last
soon.
2.5 years.
For the last 2.5 years. Do you think it could be tonight?
Not tonight. Actually, you know what? Having that mindset, speak it into existence. I will win tonight. I will win
there
tonight.
You go. Well, you already won $10. You could take home the whole championship.
Who knows?
Hopefully you do. Last but not least, you want to give a shout out to anybody, Jinx?
Shout out to myself for getting better, I guess.
Let's go! Jinx shouting out Jinx. Well done, Jinx. Jinx,
Shout out to Jinx, too, for being my best friend.
there you go. Jinx, I need you to head on upstairs. You're in the HyperX Hype Tunnel. We'll see you in the grand final. Again, Bruh, Kiro, Vonnie, Funny Name, Tigre, Knight, Ride My Pidgey, 13, Glitch, Immortal Man, Riley, and Jinx. You are in our grand final, and we will be right back after a short commercial break. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Saturday Night Speedway, the grand final. You see the racers right there in the HyperX Hype Tunnel. You see them getting hyped. You see them coming on down. One of these will be our grand final champion tonight.
And honestly, this is going to be a very interesting, I mean, I say it every week, but to be more interesting, this is a very interesting grand finals, considering who we have these grand finals to look at.
Let's take a look at that lineup. First off, we have Bruh.
Bruh is, I believe, yeah, he is the only representative of the Bruh fans, the Stryker brothers. Fortunately, J-Dex got knocked out a little early in the semifinals, so he will be the only rep of the Stryker brothers. Let's see how far he goes. He is aiming for his first SNS title here tonight.
Next up, we got Kiro.
Kiro is also, he's a Pirate Hacker representative. You see that black and green on him. A lot of these races here are Pirate Hackers because they are some of the best of the best in Las Vegas. But Kiro has yet to win an SNS title. Can that change here tonight is the question.
The man with one of the best stares in Las Vegas, Vonnie 951.
God, that stare. I'm so glad we haven't seen that stare in the semis and the qualifiers. But you see that stare in full effect. It scares me, but let's see if it can scare off everyone else, because right now, Vonnie is, I believe, a 2-time champion, making it number 3 here tonight.
Our defending champion, Funny Name.
Funny Name has, oh God, that mask is back. I forgot about that mask. Funny Name is a back-to-back champion. He's going for a 3-peat here tonight. The only other people who've gotten 3-peats in SNS history are Sneaks and Samuel. And let's see if we can add to that rank as well being, I believe, a 5 or 6-time champion. And like I said, going for a multi-streak here.
Next up, you got Tigre.
Tigre, the 9-toed assassin, one of the Ascension. He is a Kinetic P-Rep, and he's also going for his first title as well. And he's been making strides to prove it. He was an overall point leader in his, he was a second overall point leader in his semifinal compared to who we're going to see coming up next. And he is also going for his first title as well.
Next up, Knight.
Knight is one of the veterans of SNS without a doubt, and like you mentioned before, went to high school with our special guest earlier tonight. So let's see if that little extra luck can help him out. He was doing an incredible job at his semifinal. Now he has to really ante it up at the grand finals.
The man with a whole flock of pigeons on his desk, riding my Pidgey.
Riding my Pidgey, the Justice Seeker himself, and also the point leader in his semifinal. You see, he's got the entire Pidgey evolution line on his desk, and he is a 2-time champion going for number 3 here tonight. And considering how he did a solid job at his semifinal, let's see if he can do it here in the Grands.
Next up, 13.
13, the Plague Doctor of SNS. Undeniably surprising me because he did a solid job at his grand finals. Second overall, and also seeking for his first SNS championship. Can he get it here tonight is the question.
Next up, some guy named Glitch.
Some guy. No, he is a boss. He is the boss of SNS. He is the king for a reason. 18-time champion, has the most amount of SNS wins overall in SNS history. Looking for number 19 here tonight.
Next up, Immortal Man.
Immortal Man, one of the SRG representatives. Actually, now look at the list. I believe he's the only SRG representative, and he is aiming for his first title here tonight. Oh, apparently 13 is also trying for SRG, but he's not official though, right? So you're the only official SRG rep. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, yeah. And he's also going for his first SNS title here tonight.
Next up, Riley.
Riley, a fan favorite, as you said, and honestly, he's been getting better. Like, I know I say this a lot, but he's literally getting better and better every week. And you saw he was climbing his way up, getting out of a tiebreaker to begin with, and then fighting for his life in the semifinals. Now he's here for the grand finals, and he's aiming for his first title.
Last but not certainly least, she's got $10 in her pocket, Miss Jinx.
Jinx is not only that, she is also now part of the very exclusive club in the long run, meaning that she went through all 4 qualifiers here tonight to get where she's at, and also alongside Riley was fighting for her life to get herself into the grand finals, and both of them tying for 5th, doing a great job, and now she wants to be the first women champion that we haven't had in 2.5 years.
And if anybody knows how to turn the AC off, I would
please! Oh my
appreciate it. I don't even know where the vent is, but it is just
I'm about to take off my vest because I'm freezing here.
It's also 40 degrees outside, but it is
that doesn't help.
Freezing. So if we look a little bit cold, sorry about that, folks. Now let's talk about course selection. This is the first time you do not have to select random.
Well, this is the only time in SNS we don't have to select random, to be perfectly fair. Now, there are 2 things that make it special for grand finals. I mean, it's going to be 6 races like we usually do for semis. But 2 things is that, 1, everyone's actually allowed to put their name in when they're racing. That way we can see who is who as we're racing. Thank you, production, for allowing that. And the second thing is, like you mentioned, this is track choice, meaning that you are actually allowed to choose your track and put it into the roulette. If it gets chosen, awesome. You get to race the track and do it like normal. However, if you choose that track a second time or more and it gets chosen and you actually did choose it and not a random pick, then the person who chose it and gets landed on gets a 10-point deduction for track repetition.
And that is something that could easily change the entire standings. Definitely something you do not want to do. Big shout out to production right there. That's Cam, the cameraman, slowly panning over the HyperX Esports Arena, the center of esports entertainment. We're about to get this thing kicked up and started. Also, big shout out to Cameron. It is his birthday tomorrow. He will be 17 years old, so happy birthday, Cameron. We might get him a driver's license. We're not sure, but we might take him out for some Capri Sun. We'll see.
So I was looking at the grand finalists who we have here tonight. 4 of them are either former or current SNS champions, which means we have 8 people here tonight seeking their first SNS title. But to be fair, the 4 people in mind, Vonnie, funny name, Glitch, and Pidgey.
And that's exactly what happened 2 weeks ago. It was 4 people that already had a championship, and one of those 4 was the one that took it down. Will it be different tonight? I got a feeling, man, it's something different in the air. It just could be
I think it's the AC.
It could be the AC, but
I think my coat.
But something different could happen here. We could see, I don't know, could it be our first female champion? Could it be Riley, who we didn't know like 3 months ago and now has all of a sudden become a fan favorite and has been climbing up the ladder?
Honestly, like you said, this could be one of those special nights that can happen. I would love to see a new SNS champion. It's always that special moment where we see a new SNS champion. Like I think the beginning of December last month, we saw Pidgey get his first SNS championship, and I blew out my voice because I was so happy for him.
Everybody was very happy for Pidgey that day, I remember. Could it be Knight? Knight may have the extra boost from having his high school classmate Mo Hurst here. Might give him that little extra motivation. I mean, it could be anybody. It's anybody's race. It is anybody. Does anybody have a coat? Jesus, it's so cold.
I want to put my coat on. I'm that cold right now. And I have like a very heavy coat.
Shout out to the Luxor. They paid their electric bill. It is cranked. It is working. Are we up and going? What's going on?
I have no idea. I mean, everyone's in the lobby, so I don't know what's going on. All right, yeah, it looks like we are getting started, finally.
All right, this is where everyone does get to select their track choice. I love that the TOs are wearing beanies. It's so cold in here. Yeah, let's take a look. The track choice is about to be up and selected. Everybody does get to pick their very own track. If they want to stay safe, they can select random. That way, they don't run into the case of, hey, this has been picked before. You get some type of deduction.
Let's see. I see Neo Bowser City, TikTok Clock, Donut Place 3, Royal Raceway, Mario Circuit, 2 baby parks, 2 randoms, Music Park, Super Bell Subway, and Yoshi Valley. Will that starting, and let's see where we're going. And we're going to...
Yeah!
Baby Park! That's a way to start the grand final.
Let's get this thing going. Welcome back, Warliken.
Oh, we get to start with the 7 Lives of Chaos. Oh, I'm so happy.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this thing started.
Oh, the 7 Lives of Chaos are back, ladies and gentlemen, and it's in pure form. And you see that a couple people are actually sandbagging Baby Park. And to be fair, what better way to control the most chaotic track of the game than to use the most chaotic items at the start of the race?
And here we go. And look who's in first place. It's kind of Jinx. We're not sure.
It definitely is Jinx. You can see the little Waluigi emblem on her hat.
Do you want to front run this thing?
I mean, it's one of those 50-50 tracks, to be perfectly honest. I mean, it's really a matter of, do you want to control this chaos or do you want to try to run away from the chaos?
Very true. As you see Kira right there currently holding down in first place, going into lap 5 out of 7.
And you see that Kira unfortunately fired off the mushroom way too early, and fortunately doesn't get hit by the red, but he does throw the red at Jinx, and that does slow her down, but that just allows Pidgey to start taking the lead starting lap 6.
Ride My Pidgey in first place has triple banana to save him as he goes into the 7th and final lap. Will those 3 bananas be enough? Will he be able to get the job done?
I don't know, because I see Glitch with the star, and he's going to try to pass it up. Pidgey just barely takes first. Second, I believe, was Glitch, and third was Kiro.
Very, very well done. The triple bananas were good enough for Pidgey. He also fired him back at the last second. I don't know if that created any chaos. Everybody, though, is I see Immortal Man going into a state of zen as he did finish in 12th. Unfortunately, there's still 5 more races, still plenty of points for grabs.
Baby part, baby part.
Well, now no one can pick it. Now you got to go.
Well, you could pick it, but if you do pick it and it happens, then you lose 10 points.
So now the only way we get there is random.
Right. Or someone deliberately just doesn't care and just chooses Baby Park because they could.
I mean,
We'll probably see that in like race 5 or 6. I would not be surprised.
Perhaps.
So let's see. I see Big Blue, 2 Mario Circuits, Twisted Mansion, Mount Wario, Yoshi Valley, Mario Kart Stadium, Yoshi Circuit, Ribbon Road, and 2 Donut Plains 3s and a random. And we are going to Donut Plains 3 for race number 2.
I'd love a donut right now. I'd love a donut. Is Mr. and Mrs. Vonnie in the building right now? Shout out to Vonnie's parents. They did bring us donuts last time, and my wife was very, very thankful.
I was very thankful because I ate all mine. It took like a week to get through them all.
So good. So good.
Oh, those are delicious. I need to find that place again.
And unfortunately, it looks like Riley's in the back. Well, now Riley obviously is sandbagging, but that means Riley didn't do so on that last race.
Interesting. Well, to be fair, Baby Park is so chaotic. I mean, it's kind of hard to control that kind of chaos. But you see right now, Vonnie's in mid-pack. What's interesting also is that Donut Plains 3, people were telling me that it's actually a 50-50 track. You can sandbag and do a good job, apparently. I thought it was just a pure front-runner track.
Well, let's take a look and see how this does unfold. As you see, Ride My Pidgey currently on screen in second place, has a mushroom to work with, but nothing else as they go into the cluster of item boxes there.
And you see Immortal Man, he gets neglected of the items thanks to Pidgey. And he also bumps the wall. That's going to slow him down even more. And that you see, though, the blue shell is coming to play, and that is going to target Funny Name at this rate.
Blue shell's on its way, but you see Tigray does have the golden mushroom to work with.
And the blue shell does hit Funny Name, but you see that Pidgey is already on his tail alongside that's Vonnie right now in the top slots as well. Start this last lap.
Funny Name right now holding on to second place as he rounds into the final lap, fires off that red shell. Funny Name is making a case to defend his title right now.
And you see that Pidgey, though, he has the mushroom. He's taking the tighter cut to work with. He's right now trying to tail Funny Name. He's going to use that mushroom. He's trying to find a proper shortcut to work with here. Maybe through his lap.
Oh, no.
He loses the mushroom to the shot,
But
though.
there goes a blue shell.
That blue shell could be Pidgey saving grace. Wait, I see Glitch is sandbagging as well. Glitch! I think Glitch stole it. Glitch stole it away.
Glitch gets first, running over somebody in the process. I'm trying to take a look at how everybody ended up finishing there.
That's going to shovel the board, and right now Glitch is in the lead with 4 points over Pidgey right now.
And look who's in the top 4.
The 4 champions.
The 4 champions. The 4 in the top 4 right now are the 4 people who do have an SNS under their belt.
In order, I believe it's Glitch, Pidgey, Vonnie, Funny Name at this rate. All right, let's see the roulette.
Who is going to crack it? Who is going to get in there?
I would love to see someone crack this, but we'll see. Big Blue, Toad Harbor, Mario Circuit, 2 GBA Mario Circuits, 3 GBA Mario Circuits, 2 Yoshi Circuits, Ribbon Road, and Royal Raceway. And it looks like we are going to Toad Harbor, not Moo Moo Meadows.
Not Moo Moo Meadows.
I heard you trying to move.
Oh, no, I was hoping we were going to Mario Circuit there, but no.
Oh.
it was a good chance for it. Nope.
I'm not sure if Glitch likes it or not. I hear him arguing over there.
I don't know, but Pidgey is saying no, and Glitch is saying yes. So let's see how this unfolds.
I mean, Toad Harbor is more of a front-runner track. So, I mean, unless your name is Glitch, you should be front-running this track. But you see that Glitch and Jinx are going to be the sandbaggers for this one.
Let's take a look at how this unfolds. You see Glitch right there. Jinx currently in 12th place, fighting her.
No, this is sandbagging 101. You intentionally slow down to get 2 items, and then you start chaining items and you go through the item boxes.
Now, explain to the people that don't know, what does chaining items mean?
So it means that you use your items, and then once you use your second item, you're already in front of a double item box. That way you have multiple items to use nonstop. It's like you're literally linking them together like a chain.
And what happens if you break the chain?
It slows down immensely. You can't restart it until you get to another set of item boxes. And depending, like the only time that would happen is to say you get hit with a shock or if a boo gets rid of all your items. That.
Oh, Kiro,
like that.
Trying to take the shortcut right there. Unfortunately, the strike shows up and says, hey, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Kiro, though, still in 5th place as Riley making a move.
And not only that, Immortal Man's ahead of him right now. You see that this is the top 2 that we see. It is 2 people who are fighting for their first SNS titles. It would be interesting to see if they can crack these top 4 kings right now.
This is the mix-up that we need to exactly crack the top 4 right now. As you see Tigray with that Soundhorn currently in third place, heads on up to the wall. Now, not a lot of people take this wall route, do they?
I think honestly that was a smart move because using the speed pads off of the ramp of the wall actually got rid of all the ink that was on his face, so it actually allowed him to get his traction back. So I think he was having that in mind when he was doing that.
Funny name, though, taking that little shortcut right there. Comes out on top, currently in sixth place. Has a lot of work to do.
And no items to work with either. You see that Vonnie is fighting with Bruh and Glitch just for a third place slot. You see that Vonnie, he has that red shell to work with. He's waiting for the right time to fire it off, though, but you can see here.
You see he held on to, he saw that Glitch had that star in front of him as Immortal Man still able to hold on to first place, but his itemless, he's got to be careful.
But Riley's right behind him, and you see he has double red. He's not going to be aggressive. He's going to hold it, and that way he can guarantee himself second. And that way, in case one of the Kings tries to pass him up, he can use a red to try to potentially slow them down.
And it looks like there's a red shell on Riley's tail. Immortal Man is going to be able to capture first place. Where is Riley going to finish?
Riley takes second.
Riley gets second, and behind him, oh no, Jinx had a very rough time getting there.
And third was Knight. That actually is going to shovel the score up a little bit.
All right. Now, is the top four still...
No, I think Immortal Man took one of the Kings down.
All right, Immortal Man is in that mix now. Immortal Man is in the top four.
Now, the question is, can he keep this up? Because I believe right now Glitch is still the point leader, but there is a tie for second right behind him. Looking at this roulette, I see Neo Bowser City, TikTok Clock, I think that's Mario Circuit and GBA Mario Circuit, 2 Royal Raceways, Yoshi Valley, 2 Yoshi Circuits, 2 GBA Mario Circuits, and 1 River Road and 1 random.
Let's see if that random gets selected. This thing's moving.
And we are going to... you're going to Yoshi Circuit. I know Glitch is super happy to see this one.
Glitch is happy because he is going to sandbag.
I mean, that's the point, is that Yoshi Circuit is the one of the biggest sandbagger tracks in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Question is, how many people are going to sandbag?
In this crowd, I'm guessing 6.
6?
I'm guessing half, yes.
I'm going to go 4.
You're going 4 again? Okay.
Let's take a look.
All right, and I see our Immortal Man slowed down. It really doesn't matter. Can we get the gameplay on, please?
There we go.
Thank you. So I see, it's only 3. That Link was just Bruh, and then 2 Waluigi, so only 3 people are sandbagging.
All right, let's take a look as you got Ride My Pidgey on screen right now, has that red shell. He can see T-Gray in his sights, but decides to hold on to the red shell for defense right now. Will he let it go? Let's take a look.
He's probably going to wait till the double item box. He can throw. No, he doesn't throw it.
Oh, he's got to be careful, though. There's rogue green shells, and it catches Vonnie.
Yeah, one of those catches Vonnie. You see 13 on screen in 5th place, has a triple shroom and a flower. But the story is a blue shell's coming to play. That's going after Immortal Man, or... No, it's got to Riley. Riley's being a magnet for blue shells right now.
Riley's got to be careful. Got to be aware of those blue shells as they come out of nowhere. Everyone has to keep an eye on that mini-map as well, because that will let you know if that blue shell is on its way, as Bruh has to use his defense, and a Bullet Bill is coming to join Bruh.
AC flips the coin, and that's Kiro, who's, I think, one of the sandbaggers, who's actually now in the lead, and Vonnie is starting to catch up to both Bruh, Pidgey, and Kiro right now. That's our top 4 as we're at to start these last couple turns, starting the last lap.
These guys are moving. As you see, Ride My Pidgey right now, currently in 2nd place.
And Kiro had a ghost. Kiro had a ghost in 1st, and he's going to be invisible to the blue shell, literally blocking the blue and using the mushroom salt with the boo to get through the waterfall. He's doing this in 1st place.
Very impressive work by the one and only Kiro, someone who is also looking for that first SNS championship.
And you see Bruh, who was in the lead at the start of the 2nd lap, is just being bombarded to the back of the pack. Meanwhile, Pidgey, I believe he's trying to catch up, I want to say Vonnie to the front. And that's Riley currently in 2nd, but a red shell is going to slow down Riley, and the shock is going to come into play, force everyone to drop their items. As I believe, though, Kiro's taking 1st, 2nd is Pidgey,
there you go.
And 3rd is Riley.
Oh, look at Kiro. Let's go, Kiro.
No, 3rd was Immortal Man.
Look how excited Kiro is. You love to see it. The dude has been busting his butt, and Kiro is a well-deserved 1st place. Again, that is going to mix up the standings.
Unofficially, it's a tie for 1st between Pidgey and Glitch with 41. Third is Kiro with 37. Fourth is Immortal Man with 35.
All right. So you're
This
saying
is so close.
the storyline right now could possibly be Kiro and Immortal Man.
To steal away from two of the kings.
Also to get their first ever SNS championship.
So let's see. I see Neo Bowser City, Super Bell Subway, 2 Royal Raceways, and 64 Rainbow Road. We haven't got a Rainbow Road tonight, actually. GBA Mario Circuit, Dolphin Shoals, 2 GBA Mario Circuits, Dragon Driftway, and regular Mario Circuit and random. And it looks like we are going to the pink track itself, Royal Raceway.
Now, as I recall, there could be a little bit of bagging here.
This is a sandbaggers track. I would not be surprised we see some sandbaggers in this one. And I'm trying to remember, this is race number 5.
I'm going 5 baggers.
You're going 5? I'll go. Considering what happened at Yoshi Circuit, I'm going 4.
Look at Glitch. Glitch is on his phone, so he's obviously going to bag. He's not even racing.
He's not even bought. Look at this. He's already said. And look at Jinx. Jinx, I think, has sandbagged almost every track tonight.
It's been working for her. She's got a little method going, and once you find your groove, you don't want to change it.
And I think it's 3 sandbaggers, it looked like.
Looks like the same 3 as last time.
Probably. But meanwhile, at the front is a fight between Tigray and Funny Name for the top slots. Funny Name right now is, Funny Name right now is 27 points. He is actually going to more than likely to lose his title tonight unless he can steal a double first place. But even then, that's a big if.
Story right now is Immortal Man and Kiro. They are in position to make moves. However, they do have to perform here as we jump on over to Riley right now, currently in 3rd place.
Riley right now, Riley has 31 points, so actually a first place showing. Depending on who is also in the top 3, he actually might be in contention as well. We'll see what happens starting second lap. As right now, Tigray is in 2nd place. Losing all his items to the shock, though, but so does Funny Name, who's at Wario, who's in 1st place right now.
Tigray right now currently in 2nd place, currently itemless, though. As you said, everybody losing it to the shock. Here comes Bullet Bill, a.k.a. Bullet Glitch.
And Glitch, not only that, you see he's going to hold on to the star, wait for the right time to fire it off. He's probably going to wait until after this glider section here, and he's going to just rip it on everyone else. Meanwhile, at the front, it is Funny Name currently in 1st place, and like I said, he needs a first, and he is super lucky with the idol box, getting a sound horn to negate the blue shell.
Got the sound horn at the very last second. The blue shell was swirling above his head, ready to take him out. Bam! Here comes the sound horn. He takes the blue shell out instead. Now he's in 1st place, dropping bombs behind him as we go on the 3rd and final lap.
And he did hit someone with that bomb, but meanwhile, Knight, who I believe was one of the sandbaggers, or at least was in mid-pack, is currently in 2nd place, trying to catch up to Funny Name and can really shovel the scores depending on what happens here.
Question is, where is Kiro and Immortal Man? Are they able to make the move up there?
They're going to need to at this rate, because right now, Kings are trying to catch up to the front. Glitch is right now in 3rd. Shock!
Oh my gosh.
The shot! No!
Glitch is flying right now. I'm looking at his screen.
Because Glitch was Star. He was immune to the shock, so Glitch is taking 1st. 2nd is Bruh.
Immortal Man is
and
back.
3rd was Bonnie.
All I know is I saw the shock hit, and you hear Glitch just go, "Yeah, baby," as he's flying through the air. Oh man, the kids are going at it right now. The trash talk is flying. That mixes everything up, but
no, actually, I think it solidifies it for Glitch, because now he has an 11-point lead over 2nd, which is Kiro.
But how many races do we have?
This is the last race.
Do we? I thought we had 2 more.
No, this is the last race. So let's see. Neo Bowser City, 2 Dolphin Shoals, 2 Super Bell Subways, 2 SC4 Rainbow Roads, Mario Circuit, SNES Rainbow Road, Dragon Driftway, and GBA Mario Circuit. That is what we're looking at, the randomizer, and we are going to Super Bell Subway.
I heard a yes from Glitch. Glitch is excited.
And I'm looking, and yeah, the point difference between 1st and 2nd is 11. Glitch has 56, Kiro has 45. Right behind them, though, is both Pidgey and Bonnie with 44 and 43, respectively. So if Glitch, as long as he can stay in the top half, he's getting his 19th title here tonight. But if he messes up and either Pidgey, Bonnie, or Kiro can get a top slot, they can steal it away from Glitch right here at this last race.
Let's take a look. Kiro knows what he's got to do. Kiro's got to get first or second place to give himself a chance.
But we have to see what happens. Right now, he is in second place. That's still a great showing. And I'm looking at the mini-map, and that King Boo in the back, that is Glitch. He is sandbagging Super Bell Subway, and this is a 50-50 track. So sandbagging here is actually very helpful.
Looks like 4 or 5 people back there have a star activated. As you see Tiger right there taking a little damage, dropping back into third place. Has to use a mushroom to regain his momentum.
Good time to use it too. He's right behind the item box. You see 13 on screen, only has a single mushroom to work with. Blue shell coming into play, and that is going after Funny Name. Can he get lucky? No, that's even smarter. He did it too early though, as he does it to somebody to get rid of most of the blue shell explosion. But the end part of it actually still hits Funny Name and draws him back down to fourth because of it.
Kiro's doing what he needs to do. He's currently in first place, has that sound horn as well as a green shell to work with. Opts to hold on to both of those defensive items. If he can get first and Glitch can fall back, he could really shock the world.
We'll see what happens. We're starting the last lap. We see Funny Name is currently in fourth, has double single mushroom now, starting the last lap. But now the gap is starting to develop for Kiro, but the blue shell can ruin that for him right here.
Oh, no, why'd he?
He used the subway.
He did.
It worked.
He did. The subway dodge works. He stays in first place, has to use a green shell for defense.
He's got a banana. So I'm looking right now that the Glitch is right now in third. If he can hold third, he can still hold first right here. We'll see what happens.
Glitch has to hold on.
At this race, someone has to stop Glitch.
And
Kiro's going to take first.
No one is going to stop Glitch.
But Glitch is taking second, which means that Glitch is going to be the 19-time SNS champion.
And that is right, ladies and gentlemen. Glitch did enough, and looks like Glitch is going to be crowned our champion. We will take a look at those final scores shortly to make it official. Another impressive showing by the one and only Kiro, though. Looks like he did enough to get that top 3. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he will be taking it home tonight.
Second place is still nothing to scoff at, and to be fair, like I said, Glitch really needed to stay in the top half to get a 19th title, and he did. But if anyone tried to challenge Glitch and Glitch couldn't hit it and he got back to the back of the pack, then Kiro literally was right there to steal away the title.
He really was. He almost had it. It doesn't look like it was enough, but we will make it official shortly. We will have replays coming up as well, so we can take a look at the recap of what just went down in those 6 races, and here they are.
And I think that's Jinx. I think that was during
this is the entire night. Yeah.
That's the entire night. Okay, look. Yeah, that was Jinx's celebration for semifinals number 2, and well-deserved celebration.
And it's just on a loop. It's just on a loop. And that was Jinx showing up clutch, though. She had to do it to get into this position, and she did it, and it was very impressive. And now we're in the grand final. Obviously, the numbers have fallen, and we'll take a look if the champion has done it once again. Let's make it official.
All right, so let's put the scores on. First place was Glitch
with
68. Second was Kiro with 60. Third was Bonnie with 52. Fourth was Pidgey with 49. Fifth was Funny Nate with 44. Sixth was a tie between Bruh and Immortal Man with 40. Eighth was Knight with 37. Ninth was Riley with 36. 10th was Tigray with 25. 11th was Jinx with 24. And the back of the pack was 13 with 17 points. The Kiro he had the right mindset all the way up. It was just Glitch being able to sandbag well enough to keep him in the top 3 and get him his 19th title because of it.
Kiro has definitely done enough, though, and proved to hopefully himself, because he definitely proved to all of us he's got what it takes.
Oh, absolutely.
He's got what it takes, and it's there for the take. And so let's jump on over to the champion himself, the one and only Glitch Buddy. It is the 19th time you are in that seat at the end of the night. How does it feel?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Now, Glitch, you were a lot more vocal today, or maybe it's because we were so close to you, but you were talking a lot of trash. You were yelling. You were communicating a little bit louder than usual. What were you saying?
Well, these races were almost all decided by shocks, so it gets a little frustrating when someone pulls it last lap and spams it, and everyone. I wasn't the only person frustrated, but. It's, you capitalize or you don't, so it's unfortunate. But hey, it happens sometimes on these Royal and Subway and all that stuff.
You're absolutely right. It does happen sometimes, and you did capitalize. You are taking home your 19th title. On the right there is the plaque. You can go ahead and pick that up. It's to your right there. Exactly. That is the special edition as well, because we had the special guest Mo Hurst representing as well. Buddy, congratulations. What do you have to say for yourself?
I don't have anything to say for myself, but I humbly ask where can, out of the goodness of his heart, to unblock Funny Name on Twitter.
All right, well, maybe he will. That is the request that he has made in the grand final. That's what you want to say. Well, hey, last but not least, do you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Shout outs to Funny Name because he's cool.
All right, Glitch, get out of here. 19-time champ. Congratulations again. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have for you tonight for Warlike. And my name's Nura J. Thank you so much for joining us. A big shout out to these guys right here, Findlay Volkswagen down at the Valley Auto Mall. A big shout out to Mo Hurst for joining us. We will see you next week right here on Saturday Night Speedway.